Do you know the guy in Soho that runs around and asks people what they do for a living too?
Ted Zhar? He wants to fight me, bro.
I'll say it because you won't say it. It's a good thing you're white. If a black kid was running up on kids with these videos, he would have been dead 3 videos in.
And I'm thankful.
Technically, one of your videos got an Apple exec fired, right?
This guy, Tim Cook, directly fired him because of the video.
Sick.
Oh.
Wow. That's a good clap.
Is that the
Done.
hardest you've
That's
ever
it.
seen?
Yes.
That's probably the hardest.
Probably a record.
No, it was hard.
Hell yeah.
So, guys, if you're not watching this on YouTube and you're listening to the audio, we got Daniel Mack in the studio. You know what I mean?
What up? Mom, so kind. So kind.
Yes, sir.
And we have some friends, some of his boys.
And some of his boys are joining us.
so hopefully they'll be laughing.
Just chirping in the background.
What are you up to right now?
Just lots of traveling. Like, we've been hitting Formula 1 events. We're going to like Qatar, if that's how you pronounce it. Saudi Arabia, crazy shit. So,
And you're doing your content where you basically ask people.
yeah, although in some countries like there, I feel like it could be kind of
Why? Tell us. What do you mean by that?
I don't know. Like in Saudi Arabia, I feel like you can't just like roll up to people on the streets and like film them.
Well, aggressively like that, probably.
Right, I mean,
not.
Yeah.
It seems that those people tend to live more private lives.
Europe in general, like people.
But what do you think they're gonna say? Like, I behead people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're not gonna be like, oh, you're not gonna get an American response.
We were with the tour guide. I was a guest of Saudi Arabia like 2 years ago. I don't even know if I can say this, but I'm saying it.
Let's hear it.
Literally, the tour guide so nonchalantly when we're driving past like some large building, I'm like, "What's that?" They're like, "Oh, that's where they behead people." I was like, "What?" And they're like, "That's where they behead like traders or like people that steal."
But the fact that you quantified it, I went, that makes sense. I would behead people in this country.
Yeah.
Oh, I
There's
would
definitely,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
People
you're
deserve
like,
it.
Yeah.
It's not that shocking. You're like, this is not bad.
Serial killers,
Oh, the serial killers definitely deserve it.
like gladiator. They should bring back like that.
Yeah.
We should definitely bring, like, we should have Squid Games, but in real life.
Yeah, I mean, they deserve it. Like, we might as well get some enjoyment out of it versus like them just in the chair in the room. You know,
No one sees
I
it.
agree with you. Yeah.
Private
straight
show.
up.
And it
Showing.
costs like it literally, how much does it cost to execute a person? I think it's like $100,000.
That's
You're
a
like,
lot.
bro.
It's
You
more
could be
expensive
making,
than,
we're
like-
losing money.
Yeah.
They need some Jews.
Yeah.
Some Jews in there. Really flip this capital punishment into something a little more entertaining.
I agree with you. And yo, you can make it almost like a festival out of it. We can party.
Whoa.
And then afterwards,
Imagine.
we watch the showing.
Like a sacrifice.
Like
I know.
Coachella, Stagecoach, and then Death Penalty weekend.
Did you think the winner should like, if two people are pitted against each other, winner gets to walk free, like gladiator style, even though they're a menace to society? Or like either way, their death is like less severe, maybe?
I think if they walk away as a winner, you give them enough money that they no longer are a menace. Now they're just eccentric.
Oh,
Right? Because that's the biggest difference.
They're all
right?
serial
Like they
killers.
all get away with murder with the money you have anyways.
I mean, you're not wrong, honestly.
Right? I'm
The blood
sure
diamonds,
like Nancy Pelosi is probably has blood on her hands somewhere.
For sure.
Right?
I mean, any
you
of
have that
them,
much
yeah.
money, you've probably ordered a few killings.
Yeah, I mean, just
Right.
a couple.
So the
Clintons.
difference between, if you just give that winner enough money to become someone where you're like, oh yeah, they're just rich now. And
But the
then
thing is, I wouldn't let them walk away just like
they
clean
killed
slate.
someone for
There has to be
entertainment.
some kind
cut
of
off their hand, maybe.
yeah,
Or
maybe
like an eye, like
something uncomfortable has to happen.
like debilitating, but like they can still live like someone because they're a champion, like the
Right.
champion of the people.
Correct. Exactly. The champion
Yeah.
of the people. Is
Like
great.
we love that. Like we're cheering for them. Make them do a
It's
couple
like
rounds.
UFC, like
Yeah.
number them, like make them. It'd be great.
Give them jerseys.
Yeah,
They should be.
They gotta earn their freedom though. Like they can't just do one match. Like they need like a couple, 3, 4.
I don't know if you guys ever watched that Aztec movie where they let the Mexican guys run out and they'll run in zigzag and they're throwing spears.
Oh.
And then if the guy makes it, he gets to run into the woods and he runs away mad deep.
What's that called?
I forgot what it was called.
seen it. I've seen
I
it.
think in Thailand they still do that.
I think that's how they
is
get into
crazy.
this country.
Huh?
Nothing.
Well, how did you?
So that's probably how they get into America.
Yo, I feel like Saudi Arabians do that for sure.
I'm not rich, and I already have little empathy left. So like if I ever got to a level where I can bet on humans like murdering each other, like I'd probably be laughing.
Yeah.
I would not care about those people.
Yeah, I mean that's what it.
Dude, if someone
become
cuts
numb.
me off, I don't care who that is. I've invented a backstory enough to want to murder you.
Same,
Right?
instantly.
Like I've justified the murder from just cutting me off.
Order
It's
a hit
like-
on them.
Yeah. So if I'm a billionaire and they're like, yo, these 2 serial killers are going to fight now to the death, I'd be like, sick. I want tequila. Let's gamble on this.
That's like this guy, I won't say his name, but this guy's like a billionaire the other day and he like made like kind of a diss on me on Instagram. And I was about to make a clap back to him, but he's so rich, this guy. And these billionaires are like this, that like they'll just ruin your life.
He could literally.
They'll plant like a murder on me. Like they'll ruin.
Why? It was
He'll just pay a bunch of girls to call him a.
But it wasn't
just
wasn't
ruin
that
you
bad.
fully.
So, okay, here's the backstory without like saying who it is. Basically, like we were at Monterey Car Week, which is like the most like proper at the Quail. It's like everyone's dressed up. It's like fancy old
Where's
people. This? It's in like Northern California, like just south of San Francisco. It's like the car event of the year, basically.
Right.
And everyone's balled up. They got like their fur jackets on.
Crazy
It's
etiquette,
like,
right?
Yeah, like a bunch of white people, like old white people, crusty. So I roll up there and I'm doing my thing. I'm asking people what they do for a living in like the VIP lot. Roll up to some guy in like a drop top, like Dawn, a Rolls Royce or something like that. And like the interaction was smooth, like not bad. I was like, what do you do for a living? I ask him one question. I say, is this your car? And he goes, it's rented. And then Blake, my producer, he follows up and goes like, hey man, like, can we just ask you a few questions or just like, do you want to be filmed?
I was just like, yo, dude. So like, no, hey, like, hey, is this really your car? Like, just asking like random bullshit questions. And he's like, oh man, I don't really want to be filmed. And I was like, okay, yeah, man. Well, take care. Have a good time.
So
he comes back on Instagram a few days later.
Yeah, like so. No, like a couple months later, we're like, oh, sorry, man, no problem. Post a picture of me like in my suit and goes, this guy rolled up to me, doesn't realize how close he got to getting capped. I carry like some gun in
1911.
Meanwhile, his energy never showed that he was going to cap anybody.
No billionaire carries a gun.
It's like a huge thing. He's like, better watch where you're like going. And on his main feed with like 1 million followers, the video is insane. It's literally me like, so sorry, sir, to bother you. And he's like just being like chill, but he's trying to like flex that he's a baller. So I thought about just exposing this guy because the video is like so damning for him. People would roast him, but he's so rich. These billionaires.
Right. But so you're
How do you know he's rich?
Oh, he's rich as he has a crazy car collection. Like he's like you can look up his net worth. He's like worth like $1.5 billion.
Oh yeah, so
at that point
he's got reach.
And
So
apparently he's an idiot. Like he's like a
Clearly. Can you imagine if you were a
Yeah.
billionaire? Like, why would I be harassing you? Like, of all the things I could do as a billionaire.
yeah.
But my thing
You
is,
didn't even put out the video.
No, I never did. And I was like,
so
so
he
sorry.
he
So he put my face on the internet.
Maybe he was mad that you never put it out or like did a good one.
Yeah,
right?
this
And
guy's a
he's like, oh.
yeah, he's a hard for that. That's a Harvey move.
He has nothing better to do. So if he has nothing better to do, then he probably would fuck me in the ass, basically, legally, if he had the chance.
Well, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe that's a good chess move for you. Maybe better to stay away. But at the same time, he said he had nothing to do, but he's spending time putting up.
I mean, I would hang out outside that guy's house all day, hoping to get punched and just collecting a check.
Honestly, yeah, maybe in
egg him on a little
retaliation, maybe it could be
You
better
should
for you.
definitely. You should say his name. No, I'm kidding. Don't.
Nah,
do it.
don't do it. Nah, yeah, fuck that. Yeah, I mean, listen. Nah.
Have you been punched before in the face for doing any of this?
Dude,
like,
I
I
have a
feel like
crazy
most
story.
eccentric people kind of want to be talked to.
Because you kind of run up hard.
Yeah, I run up
Because
hard.
you run up
Do you
heavy.
really? Because I don't
He's
know.
excited. He's also very like, whoa.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, editing is hard to
think
tell, right? And editing versus like how you actually make the approach.
No, like we run up, like we go on Rodeo, we'll run up to people like crazy. And some people are like, whoa. And we'll post compilations of them like yelling at
know.
us.
Okay.
If they're like rude, like, fuck you, we post a compilation. And I don't even
All
feel
right.
bad.
I didn't know if there was
they're-
like a talk beforehand to be like, hey,
No,
can we do
no,
this with you?
no
And then
consent
you're like,
forms,
cool.
nothing. Because then they
Sick.
get all weirded out and they're like, no. But like, if they're like, oh, please don't film me, then we don't post it. But if they're like, fuck you, and they're on Rodeo with their windows down in a Ferrari, I'm like, you're asking for it. Like, you want to be seen.
Correct.
So one instance, it was at the Peterson Auto Museum.
No.
It's like the largest car museum in the world, but it's in LA. It's like very established.
sick.
But like fancy people go there. It's like another like old crusty white person place. Like
But
so
for rich families.
yeah, or you can go like you don't have to be rich to go to these car shows, but
Okay.
like they have car events that they host. So like and they're great, but it's like not an event that you'd expect to get punched in the face, right?
All right.
Okay.
Here we go.
I get it.
Like who's getting punched in the or grabbed? I didn't get punched, but I'll tell the whole story. But who's getting grabbed at 8 a.m. at a Cars and Coffee event? Like
Damn.
no one. So 10 people roll up this Platinum Auto Group. Fuck them. I you should never say
They're actually one of our
Platinum
sponsors.
in LA. Oh, okay. Are they?
No.
Imagine.
I'm like, yeah, Platinum Auto. They roll up with like 10 cars and like G-Wagons, like shit like that. And I'm like, okay, dope. So I roll up to some guy, ask him what he does. He says he's like some job that's like not even like crazy. Like I'm an engineer or something like that. I'm like, okay, cool. The moment I cut, this big 300-pound like Samoan guy grabs me from behind and is like, delete the video. And I'm like, what the fuck? And there's a crowd of like 200 people watching this at 8 a.m.
He legit like
He grabs me and I'm like, get the fuck off me. So I'm like shoving him and he's like grabs my phone out of my hand. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's like shoving me back. Like, and he says, I'm a Crip, I'll kill you, is what this guy says.
No way.
He's like, I'm a Crip, something along the lines of like, I'm gonna like fuck you up. And I was like, what the fuck?
He's gonna light up the block. He said.
Yeah,
That shit is
I was
crazy.
like, this is 8 a.m. I just asked this guy what he does. That's it. Goes to my phone. This is before the Apple updated like the recently deleted thing where you need a passcode. Deletes the video, hands me back my phone. And then whoever was running this event, the platinum guy's like, dude, I'm so sorry this happened. There's security. He didn't know who you were. I'm like, bro, like, what if I was just some like random kid that was,
Yeah.
Who was that guy? Was he really a crip?
he was a security guard. I guess the guy that I filmed, I don't even know because he deleted the video. Must have been some like, I don't know.
It had to be somebody, right? If this guy's running up,
This
fucking.
guy-
so
I'll
Right.
tell you what,
Up on-
90% of these clowns act more important than they are.
That's true, too.
By acting that way, right? I have friends
agree.
who like come over to this house like, oh, I don't know if I can sign your release forms here. I'm like, bro, we've had like actual celebrities come through here and sign these things. Okay?
Yeah, bro.
Like,
Stop
calm
trying to
down.
cap. You cap.
Right? So it's like, I feel like when it's especially like a dude walks into a club with like 5 security guards, you're like, stop it. Just stop it.
It's true though. It's like
Yeah.
some of these people take it way too serious. But one thing I do notice in his videos though, you because you have very like eccentric energy, and the way you run up, you're like, yo. So what do you do? Like some girl was in the G-Wagon, she was like, she froze up. The recent one, I think.
Sky Bree?
Yeah, 'cause he
No,
has a
it-
little like
it was
school
some-
shooter energy. So they don't know.
Yeah.
White kid running up on you, he might have a gun.
Yeah, don't look intimidating is the thing. Like,
2023, you're
that's
like,
the only
oh,
reason.
shit.
Like, I haven't died because like I don't look like I'd like
Right.
assault someone or something
Right.
like that. Like I don't look like I'm like jacked or anything like that. Running up on people, they're like, oh, like this is kind of concerning, but like, I'm probably fine. And I think that's why I
say
haven't
it.
been
I'll
killed.
say it because you won't say it. It's a good thing you're white. That's all I'm saying.
People say it.
I'm
and
just
it's
saying, if
true.
a black kid was
It's
running
true,
up
bro.
on kids with these videos, he would have been dead.
You
3
gotta
videos in.
you gotta use your.
I'll
pass,
say
though.
it.
Yeah, you gotta use your card.
And I'm thankful. I'm thankful for
Right.
it.
Good. And I'm
So here's some questions, because like now my brain's spinning, and what I would do in your situation. Have you ever gotten in a car with these people and been like, "Show me your house"?
Okay, so there's someone that kind of does the house thing.
I asked this because do you know obviously Joan Rivers? She was a dope comedian. She died she was like the face of plastic surgery, the red carpet shit with her sister, with her daughter they used to do on E. She was like the dopest female comic. She actually had a show once called How Did You Get So Rich? And she would run around with a camera crew and then just be like, oh, how'd you get so rich? And like this dude like he's like, oh, get in the car. And they went, and he's like, that's the mansion I had to buy for my ex-wife. And that's my mansion. And you're just like, what? So I don't know, have you ever been like, okay, prove it. Let's go. I want to see your house.
No, I don't think anyone's done that either. Like there's been like
You
some
should do
stage
that.
shit that people do where it's like,
stage for sure. Yeah.
Dude,
like-
you have the charisma
but
and energy.
people would do
You
it.
should ask to be like, yo, can I just go see where you live too now?
Dude,
Because like a
people-
car could be fake.
people let me drive their cars all the time. Like they'll like on Rodeo, they'll be like, I've done it 40
Dude,
times.
go to their house.
And they'll be like,
Please go to
drive
their
my
house.
car, drive my Ferrari, drive my Bugatti, like whatever. They'll be like, just drive it for the video. And I'm like, but it, like legit, I ran up to them. So I guarantee you they'd be down for that.
Starting
Dude, you
from the
got it.
beginning, they were letting you, or once they already know, like, yo, that's Daniel Mack, like, give him the car.
No, they had to know who I was. Yeah, because they wouldn't do it to some
Right.
random person. But the first time it happened, it was a Huracan. I didn't even know how to fucking work it. This is like 2020. And I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Where's the button, right? Yo,
Yeah,
I
like,
got
there's
into
a
a
paddle
Cullen in Rolls
crashing.
Royce, and I'm trying to close the door, but there's a button that you have to press up top for the door to close itself. I'm like,
You feel like
I
such
didn't know
a
this,
herb
bro.
getting into
I'm
rich
such an
person's
idiot.
things.
What am I
Because
doing?
there's a level of like sophistication, or I guess that happens in that level of richness that like you forget. Like I feel like, oh, okay, like I have money, like I'm doing good. I know how, like, you know, and then I make fun of like a grandparent not knowing how something works. And then you step into like a rich person's world and,
And
you're
they're
like,
ripping us, yeah.
You're like, where are the buttons to this
Yeah.
door?
They
They're like,
called-
you're an
right?
idiot.
There's like
Yeah.
They're like, you don't know.
$40,000
Yeah.
umbrella in the door.
My boy with the collie, he's like, bro, he's like, bro, to the right. I look up top. There's the button. Okay,
They're like, you're
cool. Press
such a
it.
villager.
And I'm like, okay, bro, relax. Not everybody has a collie, okay, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna tell you is, do you know the guy in Soho that runs around and asks people what they do for a living too?
Oh, Ted Zhar?
Yeah, but he kind of copied your concept in a way,
He
right?
wants to fight me, bro. This guy wants to fight me. I'm not
that's
kidding.
the fight.
And
Really?
fuck Ted Zhar. Fuck Ted
Yeah.
Zhar. I'll fucking fight him
Ted
myself.
Zhar, like,
I'll fucking
so
fight
like,
him.
let me state this on the record. Like, I've never claimed I'm like the guy that invented the concept. Like,
Correct.
obviously it's been around forever. Like what you're saying,
Right.
like Joan Rivers.
Correct.
This guy, like whether or not he did it before me, I didn't see this whole story goes back.
I saw
back
you
in the
first.
day.
I saw you first doing it.
This whole story goes back like a couple of years. So Ted Zhar and I have this like weird, like I could pull up the DMs. I don't fucking care, honestly. This guy's such a clown, honestly. Like,
Yo, pull this up. I kind
I'll pull it up,
Wait,
bro.
can I know
I'm
the
ki-
beat? Wait,
so
what's
check this
up?
out.
He's a
So
pro.
check-
Wait,
let me
explain to
explain.
me. Let me
Bro.
explain to me. I'm the audience. I have no idea what.
So check this out. So this guy Ted Zhar, I didn't even know his name fully, but he's this Russian kid from Soho.
Hate him
Or he lives in.
Russian? Okay.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
he's
I
Russian.
stand him.
But he lives in the city. He starts walking around Soho and he's asking people, "What do you do for a living? Do they like it? Oh, nice, cool. See you later." And he like has this like little like vibe about it.
Right,
so he
yeah.
started at
You did
TikTok.
one with Schultz, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he started kind of running around with some of the models in Soho too. But Daniel was already doing this prior. From what I understand, because
So,
I
okay.
remember seeing your shit before his.
So like he has like on his thing like a dated TikTok video. I don't like the concept itself. It's regardless of who did it first. I didn't see his content. People have been doing it on YouTube before me and him both.
Correct.
8 years ago, like
other people do for a living.
People like
Since
literally
the beginning
on-
of time.
and so this guy comes after me like right off the rip. I'll read these DMs in a sec. On Snapchat, he's like, "Bro, just admit that I invented it." And I'm like, I send him screenshots. This is like in the first week of me filming. I don't even know. He's like 30 or something like that.
No, yeah.
I'm like
I'm
a
9
20,
years
I'm like a
older. I've been
21-year-old kid at
asking
the
that
time.
question.
I'm like, and he goes, "Just admit that you stole it from me." And I send him like screenshots of like YouTube videos. I'm like, "Bro, I haven't seen your stuff. Regardless of whether you did it or not first, I'm better at it than you. Like, you suck at it." And here's like 4 or 5 different people that have done it before either of us like 10 years ago, being like asking rich people what they do, like how they got their job. It's not a new concept. It's been around forever. Like, since the 80s, 70s, like 50s, like Pursuit of Happiness, it happens in that.
But you
video.
see, it's the competitiveness of a New Yorker, though. His whole thing is just like, I just want to be told that I'm the one. But like,
Yeah.
the whole point of the story is that, bro, there's enough to eat for everybody. Just enjoy the concept and just.
So read these. Let me listen to these. Like,
Yes,
listen to these
please,
DMs. This
please,
is after.
please.
I want to hear these DMs.
So on Snapchat way back in the day, he's like sending me videos of like models at his house, like half naked. He's like,
trying
"Bro,
to, like,
this is
flex?
what like the good life gets you." Basically, trying to flex. Okay, April 23rd, 2021. Notice how the mood shifts here. Like, these are the receipts. You can see them.
Yes, yes, we see it.
I'm here.
1K to be on my podcast? Question mark. Okay, May 3rd, 2022. Mention you in my story. This is where he's shading me, like he's like flaming me. I can't see what it said. August 5th, 2022. Yo, let's get right to the point. We both know you stole my idea. I'm over it. You're rich from it. Let's stir the pot and get a celebrity boxing match going. This could finally be our reconciliation. Otherwise, I'm going to blow up inevitably and call you out regardless, in parentheses, with proof, and then deny the fight. So at least this way we can both profit. See you in the ring. Emoji. And then, okay, now let's fast forward 1 month from then. You get no ass. You get no ass. And then October, mention me in another time in a story. Then July 5th of this year, 2023. Thank you, Daily Mail, for acknowledging who really started it all. And it's like an article about
He paid for that.
So he's, yeah. And I've never
Trust me.
responded to him. Like,
I've
he's
bought
so
articles.
in his head. He's just messaged me like 12 times. He's like, I hate this guy. I'm like,
Everyone, he wants to start beef because he knows
Bro.
that the views are going to profit him.
Yeah.
That he wants, because his TikToks are pretty. They've gotten to a certain level, but not like you. You're getting you're getting 10 million a pop. So he wants to obviously engage the whole situation so that you can focus.
and I shouldn't even be name dropping him right now.
Right.
But like,
Yeah, he's getting
it's
a lot of
honestly
he's
funny
getting a
as
lot of
fuck.
It is
attention
funny.
right now.
It's funny.
I'm like, does this guy really want to kill me? Like, of all people that would kill me, I think it'd be this guy.
It's crazy because I didn't even know that, and I just randomly.
Dude,
asked the question.
we're all in the social media space, but this has to be the most absurd conversation grown men have ever had,
Bro.
Right? Like, you
But
think
it's not
about
even
like
a
what your
conversation.
great grandparents did, like strapping up for war, like actual like,
but bro,
like my grandpa knows how to like build a car, and we're like.
It's true. It's true.
And I also fight with people in DMs now, and it's just like it's crazy.
But you see, the thing is,
Yeah,
he's right. It wasn't even a conversation. The kid is just hitting him up. He wants to get it popping.
Yeah, what would
you
our
fight him?
founding
Would you fight him?
fathers think of that? Like, my great-great-grandfather, he'd be like, you guys are arguing about asking people what they do for a living?
Yeah, it's just the stupidest thing.
It's so funny.
It's-
But yeah, it's not a conversation.
Would you
This
ever
guy's
would
just-
you fight this guy honestly?
I think I'd lose to him. Like, he's like
Wait, is he
pretty
like,
stock. Like, I'm not like a big boxer guy. I'm not like, oh, I'm gonna fuck you
Yeah,
up.
but who knows? With I don't know. I think it's.
I think
It's
he's-
just
I think
like
he's
the
pretty
newest
tall and
fad,
he's
right?
like-
Like everyone needs to like fight.
But you see, it's all about attention right now, right? So it's all about.
it's
like,
always been about
It's like, let's get Daniel to start beef with me. We'll get some views off of him. I'll get some followers off him. That's the whole
wants the
thing.
clout.
Right? It's
Like,
the
he-
cloud, right? So
Clout monster.
He wants to kind of.
He really is.
He's a clout. He's a clout monster.
Cloud gremlin.
Yeah,
It's like just sitting there like,
And he still
Poor guy, dude.
He still does this
Yeah, he's still running around Soho. He has like girls. He's like, oh, what are you doing? She's like, I'm a model. He's like, oh, nice. Like, yo, you like this?
It's like asking hot girls what they do for a living.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
his like thumbnail. I'm like, bro, like, come on, like.
Like, how many different answers could you possibly get?
She's like, I'm a
There's
waiter.
like 6 different answers.
Dude, it's honestly gotten to the point. So, like, obviously, like, me and Dan talk about it all the time. It's gotten to the point now where it's like, okay, like, even if there's a hot girl around, we don't even want to like ask them anymore because it's just kind of like it seems
Cringe,
like it's almost to the point of getting cringe. But like Ted Zhar is that guy that like primarily scouts his channel out for 99% of strictly doing girls.
On the street.
It's just cringe. And it's like
Right,
you
it's
already know
because
they're all staged.
they have following, so it drives eyes to him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
because
if
man
you
on the
could just
street
do
becoming
1,000
cringe,
Sky
he is
Breeze.
kinda-
Yeah.
Correct.
Right, is better than like 1,000 anonymous billionaires.
Yeah, and he gets curved by Adam Sandler, and then he instantly thinks that he made it.
Oh,
He's
Adam
just like,
Sandler ran at him. He was like, yo,
That's
turn the
what's
camera
up.
off.
Oh, really?
Oh, his whole thing is that's what's up.
That's-
Like when the person leaves, he'll be like,
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
So like he's all bent on who did it first. Like this is my like end of story thing because I'm so done talking
No,
about it.
yeah, I feel you.
But
I
like
feel you.
it doesn't matter if he did it first. Like you suck at it.
It's like, who does it
Like,
better?
I don't care.
Who
He
does
didn't
it better?
invent it. He didn't invent it. So
And we live in a world
Yeah.
where everything gets recycled anyway, so it doesn't.
Guys,
it really
doesn't matter who. You could have 40 people ask it. As long as people
Correct.
are consuming it, who gives a fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. But that's cool. Yeah. So let me now bring it to a different territory because I saw a little article because I was doing some research. Yo, technically, one of your videos got an Apple exec fired, right?
dude, yes.
That was like a big story, right?
Yeah, and a lot more people know about it in the high up sphere. Like we were talking with the yeah. I'm just gonna say I've been talking to some people that are high up without naming names that know of this and like within the rich community because this guy's like up there, like he's top like 5 at Apple, top 10. Long story short, yeah, like we roll up Monterey Car Week once again. There's a lot of issues there, I guess, like with me rolling up some of these rich people. This is the year before. I rolled to this guy in a Mercedes McLaren SLR. Yeah,
It's like a rare one. It's a
yeah,
very
it's
rare
an SLR. It's like dope looking. And like, ask him what he does for a living. This guy's like, this is our first question of the day, 8 a.m. again. And he's like, well, he goes, he's with his wife.
I drive rich cars, play golf, and fondle big-breasted women. I take weekends and major holidays off. But if you want to know, I have a hell of a dental plan. We thought it was hilarious. Like,
Yeah, he says that.
He
His
said
wife
it like
is-
that.
Yes.
literally check the soundbite,
He
the audio waves.
said
exactly
that
like
1,000 times to other people.
Yeah.
Correct.
This
So it's
isn't
from a
his
movie.
first.
I didn't realize it's from a movie.
Oh, it is?
Arthur Archer, something like that.
Yeah, Arthur
From like
from
the
like
1980s.
80,
Oh,
83.
yeah.
It's like a spy movie.
known
So, or whatever the fuck it is.
Russell-
I guess
Russell Brand redid it.
So he quoted the movie thinking it would be funny.
Yeah, and I thought his wife's next to him laughing about it. So then
Hilarious.
nothing happens. I post the video.
Brilliant.
And then 2 months later, I'm in India, and it's like middle of the night, like 5 a.m. America time. I wake up to like, I go on my stocks app, and I literally just go to just the main stocks app. It's like head of Apple VP
Wow.
procurement fired over vulgar TikTok comments, like Daniel Mack's TikTok, basically. Bloomberg,
Sick.
all these people like reporting on it.
Wow.
People, my whole phone's blowing up. Everyone's like trying to do interviews with me, and I'm like, I don't want to do these interviews because I don't want rich people to be afraid to like
To do TikToks with you.
and
yeah.
there's been situations where people have been like, take down this video after the fact. But this guy, Tim Cook, directly fired him because of the video.
Wow.
And like then people created a whole situation where he killed himself on TikTok. It was like I don't know who came up with it, but someone created a rumor that he killed himself. And I was getting comments that were like, you have blood on your hands.
It's so stupid.
crazy.
What? That's
He
a
did-
billionaire. He has blood on his hands.
But it was funny, honestly. I thought it was funny, but
Dude,
like,
that's crazy that they would fire someone over that.
yeah.
It's like
yeah.
Apple TV sells Arthur. Right? Like, you might actually sell what I'm quoting.
Yeah.
No, it's nuts.
There's a follow up here.
Do you guys
this year
homies
at
now? Are you
Monterey
guys
Car Week.
homies? Like, is there any?
No, so I'm
there any,
literally
like-
sitting at a table here this year's like 1 year from the date it happened. I'm sitting there, I'm talking to some guy. Some guy walks up to me and he's like chatting about like what do you like my videos. This guy next to him is like sitting there and he's like, yeah, what's your name? And I'm like, Daniel Mack. And he goes, yeah, you got my best friend fired.
Whoa.
And I'm like, oh shit. And he's like, I'm like, that was your friend? He's like, yeah, dude, like he hates you. And we get in this whole conversation, like man to man. I'm like, I didn't mean it. He's like, yeah, man, like I know you didn't mean it, but like you ruined his life. This
Yeah,
is-
Didn't. You
Yeah, but
literally
no, you didn't.
Dude,
No, you
if
didn't.
you
I
got
know.
like a guy making 50 grand a year fired, you ruined his life. But if you got a billionaire fired, it's like, wah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a
I didn't
fuck.
tell him to
There's
say it.
no sympathy for
you didn't tell him
You
to
never
say it.
told him.
Doesn't
You
even
never told him
matter.
to say it. He never told him to say it, and
And I
he
did-
said it himself.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line.
Blame Tim Cook, blame him. But yeah, I wouldn't do that if I was a VP of procurement.
Yeah,
That's
I guess.
crazy.
But it was really interesting because I'm talking to his friend and he's like, basically at the end, we kind of like break hands. He gives me his card and he's like, yeah, man, like you're pretty chill. Like I realized it was a mistake, but like he hates you.
Well, listen, you're not going to get your 10% discount at Apple anymore, so that's fucked.
Do you have any footage of someone where you're like, shit, I could probably get a couple milli to never release this?
Oh, well, I've had people like beg and one guy and
What's your number to not post the video?
50 bands?
Oh, well, someone did pay me actually. I've been paid actually.
Really?
It just
To not
happened. I won't explain because
You don't have to tell.
Yeah,
who,
you don't
but
say-
I got
yeah.
some stuff
But
I
basically,
do.
the
I'm a
scenario
dude.
is
Like,
I'm on Rodeo. I roll up to some guy. I ask him what he does for a living, and I post the video, and like he's being like he's like kind of being like playing like a bit basically, where he's like trying to be a savage, where he's like, oh, I fucked your mom, I fucked your grandma, which by the way, Shaq said that to me, and it was funny, but he like goes in too
Who
deep.
did that to you?
Shaq.
Really?
I'll talk about that.
That's so good. That's great. That's great.
Shaq told me he fucks my mom and
Too
dad.
big to fail. Too big to fail.
But this guy
that's
says
so
it and he
good.
goes way too deep and everyone's like, fuck this guy on YouTube. So then I just like, he reaches out to me. He's like, bro, delete the video. And I'm like, dude, like we edited this video. You like, fuck you. Like I'm
And
not
you're
deleting-
just cursing out my whole ancestry.
Yeah, you told my mom to go. But then basically this guy, he offers to pay me like a couple grand. And I'm like, fine. Like we did the work for it. I don't feel bad about making you pay because we like took time editing this
You did.
video.
And you also took time to video.
And I deleted it. And I was like, damn, all right. Maybe I'm like a glorified paparazzi, I guess, at that point.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts because you're essentially a rich person doing a homeless person's job, right? Like you're in their territory and you're like, get out of here. I'm going to go interview these people.
High
and
key,
make more
it's like
money.
a whole
It's-
business just running up on dudes with girls they're not supposed to be with.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you're
They're
like,
blackmailing.
That's happened a lot. That's happened a lot.
That's happened before?
the blackmail
Oh,
business.
Dude, like, yeah.
Oh, a lot. Where girls will literally be like literally I'll roll up and the guy will be like,
Bro, you should,
and the
you
girl
should
will
roll
literally
up
be
on
like,
one
oh.
side. You roll up on the other side with like a
do.
contract. You're like, we can make this all go away.
Yeah, no,
buddy, yeah,
like-
because we're in public.
We're
It's
gonna-
like we're allowed to.
You don't even need to have a social media career. You guys could probably make a few million
Dan,
just
we-
blackmailing people on
Dan,
Rodeo.
Dan,
Extorting leaving a restaurant, just be like, boom, boom. Hey,
Yeah.
okay. How much to
You know
not
what we should
post
start
this?
doing? You know what we should start doing? We should start like doing exactly what he's talking about, but like in order to pay us, we should start making people our squires.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
We should have them squire for 3 hours, like do the most like humiliating things of their entire life in order to like pay it off instead of actual money. Like
Some
it'd be
sadistic
perfect
shit.
to like just come home and wash my dishes and then roll a red carpet for me when I get
This
out.
is
They
like
might be into
this
that,
is like
though.
when
Like,
they
a
get
billionaire
billionaire
they would
might
love
wanna,
it.
like-
They would love
yeah,
it.
a little-
They're like, this
Chris Hansen
is,
shit.
they're like,
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
is
it's
how
like
they
catch a predator.
live.
Yeah, some
Right.
fin dom shit, you know.
Like, how's that like?
Fin dom.
Like, oh,
It's like
Dominated.
fin dom, yeah.
They just
Yep.
want to see how the other side lives.
so many opportunities to make money.
Yeah, unlimited
It's like
potential.
trading places. If you catch them, you should be like, we have to trade for a week.
Yes.
And then your whole YouTube series
Wife
is living the lives of these other billionaires. You just like use their house, use their cars.
That's a good idea too.
yeah.
Like,
You're gonna make us a
Dude,
lot of
you should do
money.
Well, he's Jewish.
I'm a Jew, man.
Makes sense.
Dude,
Yes.
you should definitely. There should be a trading places.
His marketing is on point. He'll flip.
I'm just too old for these ideas.
Good idea. It's like the opposite of like what's that job like TV show where like they switch places and like the person is like the bottom of the company. Like the boss becomes like
Undercover boss.
undercover boss.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of it. It's like let me go up to your extreme position of wealth.
Right. And then they have to go to like
Skid Row.
be a low tier. No, like a low tier influencer.
That's actually a good idea, honestly.
Right.
Worse.
I'm thinking about this myself, and maybe I should hop into the business.
Of what? Like trading.
I'm about
Billionaire?
to start walking around, Sunset and be like, "Yo, that's what's up."
Dude, just start filming. Are you out like every night? Is it like, hey, we're hitting these events we know rich people are going to, or you're just on a Saturday gonna hit Rodeo? And
I mean,
make
like we hit
content?
Rodeo like on Friday, Saturday. I used to go to car shows all the time, but like it's gotten to a point where like everyone at these car shows is like super boring with their answers because I've been doing it for so long that like there needs to be some crazy shit going on.
Right.
Like
Right.
marketing isn't going to cut it anymore.
No.
Right.
So at these car shows, people are like very like, relaxed, like they're known in the community. They don't want to be crazy. On Rodeo, it's like fucking, you got like a squad through of like 7 girls in like a G-Wagon going nuts. Like someone
Right,
doing
right.
a line
There's
of coke.
characters, yeah.
Like
Yes.
people are fucking all like smoking weed. They're asking me to smoke weed.
Yeah.
Fuck my wife, drive my car. I'm like, what the fuck? It's crazy out there.
Have you ever went to like Europe and done it, like in Saint Tropez or like Cannes or any of those places?
You
No,
should pull up to people's boats.
Yeah, we've done yachts.
Oh, you have?
In Miami, we do it.
Sick.
People invite us on their yachts, and we have crazy rich ass people. Like, it's so hard to get these yacht owners because like that's the next level, and they don't like manage their own boat. So like you can only catch them when they're like getting on and going off when the crew like on a Saturday. Because whoever's on their yacht on like a Tuesday, Wednesday is just some crew of like 20. And they're like, I don't know what the fuck, it's not my yacht.
Yeah, and they're upkeeping the yacht, and that's all they're doing. Yeah, they're doing the maintenance on it. But in Saint Tropez, there's literally an area where the yachts are just docked, and the owners or whoever's renting out the yachts will be sitting just watching everybody at Saint Tropez.
Right, but I wonder how many of those are rented, right? Like I've rented a boat.
But that's
in Greece,
$200,000
right?
a
He
week
rolls
to
up on
rent
me in
one.
Greece. I'm like, I'm
Crazy.
a t-shirt company, right? Like I'm not a billionaire, even though I'm cosplaying as one for the day.
It is crazy. Yeah, it is crazy how like expensive. Like if you have like a 150 foot, 200 foot yacht, like we just did a video of Mr. Beast, and like they had like a $250,000 yacht, or I mean 250 foot yacht, and I think per day this shit was like 100 or 150K per
It's
day.
a lot of money because
Yeah.
you're paying for a whole crew. You're paying for the
gas,
maintenance,
everything.
The
Minimum
gas is
2 weeks.
Dude, the captain needs like a special license for that thing.
Yeah.
How many people are you running up on that are full of shit?
Oh my god.
Well, like, I mean, like what is statistically in LA? Because I don't think people understand. Like, I'm from New York. I just moved here during the pandemic, and I've never fucked with LA. Never came out here, and I'm typical New Yorker mentality
Same.
where I'm like, fuck LA, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And then I didn't really get this town. Then I was forced to live here, and I'm like, oh man, like everything's smoke and mirrors more so than I expected it to be.
A lot of cap.
Because I've never owned a car since high school. Then I got to LA, I leased a car, and I'm like, oh shit, like my boy has a Rolls Royce. It's only $4,000 a month. I'm like, if you're making a little bread, like you can fake the funk in this town. Where from New York, I'm like, if you have a Rolls Royce, like this motherfucker's wealthy.
Where are you parking that shit? In New
Right.
York?
Like,
If
in
you're
Manhattan,
paying-
like-
just the parking spot is
right. So in
$1,500,
New York,
you know what I mean?
when you
Like,
saw that kind of car, you were like, this person has dough. And then in LA, you're like, oh, like they could be sharing a house like this with 7 dudes and having one car. Like this is all affordable.
Yeah, yeah.
So how much are like, yo, that dude is really fucking rich, and that guy's just in LA trying to get his dick sucked.
There's like certain cars that are like the rental cars on Rodeo.
Do you recognize cars? Like
For
you're
sure,
like, that's
like Lamborghini Huracan.
you should
Very
tell the
large
girls.
chance it's rented. G-Wagons in Lamborghini Urus.
yeah, Urus.
If you can't pronounce it,
Yes, Urus. That is also rented with there's a squad in there. Like it's for sure rented. And half the time they lie. Like people now also will know me. So like they're bullshitting me a lot of the times. I can kind of tell, but like a lot of rentals. But if someone's driving like a Koenigsegg or like a Bugatti, like you ain't renting anywhere.
that. You ain't renting
But
that.
also those people are extremely hard to give like a solid answer out of. The
But I saw
hypercar people.
I saw you did the Ferrari guy, right? The one that the CEO, the chairman or whatever.
Oh, not Ferrari. I think Ferrari hates me.
Oh no, Lamborghini. Oh yeah.
I did Lamborghini too. Yes.
Yo, that was dope.
CEO of Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was
Steven Winkleman. That dude,
super
that dude's
sick.
super
And he's actually
sick.
a cool ass personality.
He's a super chill dude. Like heck, every single time we see him, he's just like, gentlemen,
I
welcome
see.
back. Oh, we love you so much.
And-
Please
and he's-
make yourself at home.
And he's so charming to you, the way he talks to you guys. I'm like, yo, this guy is really on board. Like,
Yeah.
heavy. I'm like,
We were saying like we might when we walked away, we were like, damn, we would probably suck this guy's dick.
Yeah,
He's that fancy.
Yeah, like, are you befriending a bunch of these people to? Because I would think that this is a genius move. Once again, Jew brain at work. Not only are you making great content, getting paid for it, you're also now becoming a face for it, and your pool of people. You know, there's people who interview like homeless people, and you're like, man, those are your peers. Like your peers are billionaires, right? That has to be some way, somehow. I would Jew my way in to be like, yo, give me some like stock tips or like, what are we doing, right? So I
I'm
can
sure
walk
you're
out a
smart enough
billionaire,
to you guys-
right? Or until you tumble into a billionaire who wants none of this ever online and just goes, here's like 500 million, and you just disappear.
Yeah, like you caught me. I'm like, I mean, like the it's funny because the only people I interact with are ballers because
Right.
they have these crazy cars.
Genius.
Like, strictly only. So like
the
it
5%ers.
Yeah,
Shit,
yeah,
they
You're
are.
like a fans girl without
Yeah,
having a suck
5%,
dick.
Yeah.
It's ingenious.
yeah. Except for the
It's
fans girls.
ingenious.
It's genius, honestly, because we don't really try to like worm our way into like people's like daily lives. Like if we, for instance, like get advice from somebody, or like we go tour their home, or they're just like, come check this stuff out. We don't really like follow up with those people, and that's something like major we don't really do because like it just feels kind of snaky.
Because you guys are not
Right,
going to
but
weasel
how many
them.
people are
Yeah.
reaching out to be like, that was dope, guys. Like, hey, if you're ever in town, like, let's have dinner or come to my restaurant
People
or
do it,
yo,
like-
go on my boat.
We're busy. I know that sounds like kind of crazy, but like some of these people are ballers, but like I'm not trying to like get my way in there because like we have just so much going on that like I'm not trying to
Trying
like
to build yourself up.
Yeah, so like
you're not
when
done
I'm like
yet.
35 and I have like a lot more money
How
and
old
like
are you?
I'm looking to maybe I'm 25.
Oh,
like,
damn,
I
dude,
think
you're
about how old I am. About
crushing it.
26.
You're crushing
It's
it.
great.
So like I think like when I'm like in my like 30s, early 30s, I'm like trying to invest in a lot of stuff. I'm gonna be like, yo, like we're friends, like let's like maybe start a business together. Like
Correct.
let me invest. But like right now I don't have time to do it. So it sounds crazy. People ask me that often. They'll be like, oh, your Rolodex is crazy. And I'm like, I don't like have time to like be like going to these meetings or like doing these like dinners and stuff. And like I don't like want to weasel my way in there, like Blake's saying.
I
like,
get you.
So
And
like
smart.
You could say the word Jew. You don't have to
yeah,
say
do
weasel.
my way in.
But I
Give me the Jew
Weasel.
pass. You gave me the Jew
But
pass.
I was gonna tell you something. You know what? I came up with a cool idea. I think it would be dope if you do like a how to guide networking wise from Daniel Mack. Like you could just do like a simple little book for people to read on the at the airport.
Buy my course, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think
No,
that
for
has
real
to
though.
be,
Not
a course,
that's,
but like a little-
that's an end of a career.
Would it just be like satirical or would it be serious?
no?
No,
No,
it's
I think
legit.
I think it'd be serious.
but
like,
that's I think
No, yeah.
that's an end of career thing.
It really is. Like a lot of social
Yeah, yeah.
awareness needs to go into interacting with some of these people.
Correct.
Like you can't be a buffoon when
your
you're
social IQ has to be at a certain level, right?
yeah, you have to be able to like
communicate.
act correctly around.
Bell, he
these
doesn't
people.
have time to hang out with billionaires. He's not going to hang out with poor people.
What do you mean?
Honestly,
by
that sounds
By
so douchey.
teaching-
Me like
by
I don't have
teaching
time to
them.
hang out
Right.
with the
No,
billionaire.
no, no. But I mean, like you're busy building your brand, and I totally get it. But I'm like, why would he go talk to poor people when if he had the time?
No, but I'm saying if
hang
he's
out.
selling a book, he doesn't have to talk to them. The book talks.
the dirty poor people, dirty poor, the dirties. yeah,
But
that's true.
it's listen. I think it's down the line, right? An exit strategy. We're coming up.
Damn, I'm so jealous of your concept completely.
Yeah, same. It's
Right,
such
it's
a
just
good,
it's
simple,
'cause I'm
pure.
such a curious person.
That's what's
and you
up.
get to ask that question that I want to know that all the time. Like I'll walk into any room, like if I'm going to a concert, I'm like.
counting everything.
I'm like,
yeah.
how much money do you think this
Yeah,
guy's
yeah, yeah.
making
Yeah.
tonight? Like, I'm such a Jew, and it's so.
I looked
awesome.
up the value of this home before I walked in.
How much?
On
Did you
Zillow.
really?
I did.
Sick. How much?
Yeah, it wasn't like four. It was like 3.
We don't know.
4 million or something.
We
like that.
rent it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
This is- what a dump
I know what
for
you
4
mean.
million. What a
That's
dump for
crazy to
4
say,
million.
but I was literally like, this is a nice neighborhood. Like, I can see myself owning a house here someday,
Yeah.
maybe. Let me look it up on Zillow.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's smart. See, there you go. There's
like that.
It's part of
I
the
like
how-to guide, my brother. I'm telling you,
Dude, he does
always-
it. He does it everywhere we go. Like we could be like in Switzerland, and this dude's pulling up Zillow. Like we're in Miami, like Zillow's up. Like this dude honestly just knows. Like I could like
I'll be like 3.2.
yeah. Like what's the average cost home over in like Miami right now? Like let's say like near water. Let's say
on
like
where
Fort Lauderdale area. Like what would be like average?
I'm getting hard right now.
It depends on
listening
like
to
the
this.
square footage. I don't know Fort Lauderdale like I know Miami.
Okay, what about Miami? Let's like average.
Well, it depends on, like, you on like that crazy Star Island kind of thing, or are you on like just a brickle apartment?
Star
There are
Island,
houses in
Star
Vegas.
Island, like that dude's house that we usually go to.
Oh, okay. It's like it's like the craziest zip code in America. I think like the average
Star
price
Island?
is you literally have to pay a $250,000 initiation fee just to join like the island. Basically,
we've been on that island, and some weird story happened to us.
Oh, what is
I can
that?
tell you after.
Ooh, tell us.
We have. I've been on that island for a Halloween party.
We've been on that island, and we got
What happened there?
And we got almost bamboozled.
Was that the
Roofie?
girls? Remember there was an influencer girls in Miami. It was like a team of prostitutes literally that went out at night, but they were like the original OG like Insta hoes. What were they called?
There was what's his name? Angels.
Yeah, the Taz's Angels.
Taz's Angels.
Do you remember these things?
Well, he's 25, so I think this happened
so
about
this
when
was
he was like
like-
18, 17.
Did I miss
This
it?
is what 10 years ago.
Like it would have been like more horned
this was
up.
like
back then.
7, 8 years ago. Or
Yeah, I
nine.
don't remember the full story.
8,
except
9
I
years-
freaked
8,
out.
7 years
I
ago.
thought I was getting hustled by these prostitutes.
So listen, so basically this guy had the Taz Angels. He had a house just like this. He housed these girls. They would come from different states. They were super, super good looking.
It's like some Andrew Tate shit.
Correct. But before OnlyFans.
It's like
so he
peer
would basically
promoters.
he would just bring them to high-end parties, and he was Taz, and those are his angels. So they were
Oh.
like, yo, at Live, they were like, bring the angels. Like Drake
They were
is
like on
coming.
flyers
Like bring
So like,
Drake is
Playboy.
coming.
What's that guy? Hugh Hefner. kind of
Technically, but off the books. You know what I mean?
So these girls live rent free
Like
in a
escorts
mansion, but then they get to go live the Miami lifestyle for free as well. Like they'll be taking on boats, they'll be going to parties, they'll probably
paid?
bank. No, the concept is you'll probably like suck your way into like an athlete's, wallet somehow, right?
Yeah.
Essentially.
And-
I'm assuming that's what it is.
and they said that nobody would get paid, right? But essentially stories came out that at the end of the night, so whoever would end up at that house, that either they would be too drunk or they would be too on drugs or they're on coke or whatever it is. But somehow these people are losing 20K after leaving that house, or
The
like
Rolex
10K,
is gone.
or something's gone. Something happens. There's always a weird story. Sometimes nothing happens. So me and him roll up. He gets invited because it's his party. I live, and we end up at this house. He's super drunk. I'm super drunk, and they come up to us and we're like, "Yo, can we get some shots?" These girls come with cups. This much tequila in each cup.
Oh yeah.
I said, excuse me. I said, we wanted a shot. I didn't ask for a fucking whole bottle. So she comes with 2 of these cups. Kurill's looking at me. He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm a little high. And then we're like in the kitchen. One dude keeps going in and out of the door, making very weird moves. And out of nowhere, Kirill goes to me. He's like, I want to talk to you real quick. There's 2 guys with guns. One by the front door, one by the back door. The girl's like, yeah, so are you drinking? She's like, drink, take one more shot. I'm like, why aren't you drinking? She's like, oh, I drank already. I'm like,
Sure.
I'm like, yeah, I got
Sure you
you.
have.
He goes, yo, come through. He goes, run. He's like, let's
Yo,
run
I
right
literally
now.
go, I'm like, yo, I think these bitches think they're gonna fucking get our money.
I'm like,
tonight.
what's going on? He's like, run.
I was like,
Some
we gotta
Miami
go.
shit.
I was like, they're gonna rob us. Like they're hustled. We're getting hustled.
So the
some
whole point
way.
of the story of Star Island is that we were trying to call an Uber.
Bro, I ran.
The
back out
door
to
is locked.
It's gated. I'm at the gate. Like,
Please let me out of here.
my boys who brought us.
This
come
Cuban security guard,
No,
6'8",
it was
is
Mo.
looking at us. Yeah, but hold on. But he's looking at us. He's like, yo, Mo. And then Mo is like, runs up to the. He's like, yo, where you guys going?
I
Girl's
was
like, ah.
get out of here.
Bro, Miami's just wild, honestly.
Wild.
Like
Wild.
Miami, people talk about LA people being like kind of like scummy, kind of grimy. Miami's on another level of like there's some, like,
Manipulation.
My
Yeah.
favorite place on
people are,
earth.
I love it too. It's my favorite.
I'd be
city
dead
in-
if I lived there.
Yes, exactly. That's why I wouldn't want to move there. I would move there. I love it for like a couple days, yachts, all that, but I couldn't live there because there's like everyone has a little slime on them.
OD.
A little slime.
Super
It
heavy.
just it never stops. The girls are hot, and if you can afford to live in that town, why would you ever stay home?
Yeah.
Like I would be partying 24/7 in that town.
People sometimes leave their house and
It's
come back a
insane.
month later, and they're like, "Yeah, I've been on the yacht. I've been sleeping on yachts for the last
Yeah.
like month."
People run space. They're like, oh, like let's wake up and go to space at 7 a.m. or let's just continue going to space. I'm like,
Some of my favorite nightlife.
Yeah,
Incredible.
the food
I
is
love
really
Miami.
good. Yeah, Miami's dope.
tacos.
I remember
Taco
Dan.
Man.
La Sandwicheria.
What's
You ever
that?
had La Sandwicheria in Miami? It's
No.
the best sandwich shop on the fucking
What is it
planet.
called?
La Sandwicheria. Open till 3 in the morning.
Write that down.
5
Write
a.m.
that down.
Sorry. So when you leave any nightclub.
It's one of the only spots, and the food is insane.
dopest sandwich shop
Yeah.
Wow.
on the planet.
He took me there. We took
I
the
eat there
go-kart
every time.
It was sick.
You want
First
tacos?
off.
You guys want to know the best tacos?
Actually, no.
Best time.
Oh, should we tell them?
Nope, don't tell.
Oh, wait, actually, if we
Not
if,
into the
I think-
microphone?
We'll tell you guys
We'll tell you
after.
guys. We'll tell you guys after. But I feel like if we say it like on air here, then like it's gonna get swamped. And yes, we want that business to be successful, but we love our tacos.
No, I want it to be moderate.
and I
I'm
want
just
there
such
to
a
be
gatekeeper.
no one.
Mo-
Now, when it
Moderately.
comes to food, I gatekeep too.
Dude, yeah.
the best
I get
fucking
so
tacos we've had.
tempted between being, once again, a Jew and tagging places and hoping they're like, fuck with me, and at the same time revealing the good places I
Yeah,
eat.
prices
It's
go
such
up.
a struggle.
Let's go up. I'm like, you guys. I hope you guys do well.
Yeah.
Just well.
But just chill. Yeah. Yeah, man.
From humble
Star
beginnings.
Island. So what is it? Average home?
Oh,
6 million?
I think they're like four, no, they're,
What are you,
they're like
crazy?
50 million.
This house is
At
4
least.
and it's on a cliff.
These
in
houses
the
are
middle
all
of
like
nowhere.
there's some of them are 100, 120, like the on the top end 100 million. but
Diddy
they're
and
all,
Oprah are your neighbors.
I'm sure the cheapest one because there's only like 60 or like maybe like 80 homes on the whole thing, maybe less. I mean,
How often do they even flip them?
40 or so, and people liked it because it was the only. It used to be private land, then it was sold, owned by one person. Then because it connected to the mainland, then they cut out the area, made it an island so that boats could get in and out of that area, and then like slowly started like selling off parts of that area, and like now it's crazy. One entrance in and out, and other than boat, and that's why people like it for privacy.
Yeah, because obviously, the people that are spending 50 million on a house, they want that. Like,
Yeah.
they want nonstop privacy.
Yeah, Miami's a good place to feel poor.
Ugh. It's
Yeah,
out here
there's
too,
a,
though.
there's a
Out
few
here.
cities like you go, like people make fun of me, but like I like going to the Midwest because it's like you're like, oh yeah. They're like, these people are scum, right? Like just like
You go to
there's,
Virginia
like,
and you're
I don't
like-
eat sushi in a landlocked state, right? Like I just like there's none of these states, but like you go to Miami and you feel you could be. I don't care how rich you are. There's someone in Miami that's gonna make you feel
broke.
Yeah, on the crazy yachts.
Dude, we were driving
Yeah.
through. We were just driving through like Utah area and like a bunch of other different locations. Like we were on a rally and we're going up like up north through the United States. And there's a few spots where you'll pull by and like you swear if you roll your window down, there's like a fucking harmonica playing somewhere, and like everyone's just like clinking bottles, and there's like probably like a kid on the street with like the wheel.
Is that
like,
not your
spinning it.
biggest fear?
No,
In that town?
I mean honestly, like,
Because that's the town where like, like the slow kid will murder you and the sheriff like covers it up because they're like, that's fucking
Whatever. That's
Jimmy, like Jimmy,
That's
like
Josh from the
right. Like that's my biggest. Like, dude, you've been to Joshua Tree, and we've been dune bugging, and I am a straight white male, so I'm rarely scared of anything. Right? Like it's kind of like so. We're out there dune bugging, and I'm alone with two girls on dune buggies, and we're flying by on this like desert area, and there's like 6 RVs with like Trump flags.
Oh my God.
And I'm not political in any way like that, but like a part of me is like, yo, these guys are gonna be a little more like yeehaw, right? They have dune buggies. Like anyone at any moment could roll up on us and just kill me and them.
Yeah.
And I was like genuinely terrified.
Yeah,
No one will
And
hear
it's
your
like in
screams.
the middle of nowhere, and no one will find out. Those kind
Bury
of
you right
towns
there.
Some hills
scare
have
the
eyes.
fuck out of
Yeah.
me.
So he thinks the yeehaw guys are gonna do that.
I think, yeah, they're like, look at this
There's some
Jew.
guy on acid out there,
Yeah.
that's tripping in Joshua.
Yeah.
Yeah,
guys
see,
ever
that's,
trip in
see, that's
Joshua
true.
Tree?
That's true. Yeah.
I'm going to Joshua Tree this weekend.
You should do some like ayahuasca.
I've never done acid, none
What?
of that shit.
you should try.
You've done acid?
I love it.
Really?
I love
yeah,
it.
Really?
no. Yeah,
I've done it like 50
LSD 's
times.
great.
I've never
Really?
done acid before.
Really? What?
I'm shook, bro. I can't. I
Bro,
feel like I'm
it's
never
not
gonna,
even, like,
I
people-
feel like I'm not gonna come back, my boy.
It sounds scary.
No,
Bro,
no.
acid,
I
just
feel like
do,
I'm gonna be
one
walking
tap.
around Soho going, "That's what's up."
Maybe. Do I need to? Okay, so check this out.
Tap.
Sure.
Let me set the scene and you tell me if I could do this.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to Joshua Tree with my girlfriend who's a psychopath, but like an awesome psychopath. She's funny. She's out of her mind. A little neurotic. She won't do acid. If I do acid, also my sister's there with her fiance. They're both deaf lesbians. Not even lying.
Really?
You can,
Yeah,
you
but they can hear
you wanted
because they
to
have
laugh.
the cock there. You could laugh.
I don't know if you're kidding.
Shit's hilarious. If I took acid, is that a good crew? None of them have been around it.
No, that sounds like a nightmare.
I think that's a. I,
like the worst shit ever.
That would
Okay.
be a good story, but that is
Bro,
the
what?
worst situation I've ever heard.
No,
trying to go
no,
on acid.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
So you really asked me this question right now?
No. You should take
Hell
acid
no.
though. You guys should take, half a tab mid
Yeah.
beginning.
Okay.
Take a tabaroo. Just take it. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
You'll love it.
good.
What was the craziest thing you've seen while you were on acid?
Oh, like visually?
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
Ah, shit.
because I know you just went to Burning Man. Did you do acid in Burning Man or no?
Yeah.
Do you want to
Yeah.
Burning Man?
I went to Burning Man. Yeah.
Before, did you get, my friend got out before the floods.
No, I was chill.
were there?
The whole Burning Man thing, I've told this because everyone's like, how did you survive? Burning Man, like, I'm telling you, everyone planned on being there till Monday. All of this panic because Diplo decides to like walk 5 miles. It's on like a Saturday because he has to do a set. And he's like, we were all trapped. Everyone is planning to be there the whole time, except for like some like influencer people that are like, fuck it, I've got my pictures, let's head out. So like we were all vibing. We all had food, water. Like I didn't even realize it was an emergency until I had like 50 people text me being like, are you okay? Are you alive? And I'm like, what the fuck? Like what?
you had reception there?
No, we had a Starlink.
Were you glamping?
Which we also made fun of it.
Were you glamping?
Yeah, we were in an RV.
Yeah.
no.
Okay. So
we were
to
fine.
you, it didn't
Yeah.
matter. Once
Tent,
again.
though, yes, that would suck.
Right.
I sound so out of touch. I'm like, oh yeah, there were people in tents there.
Whatever. You just call one of your
called
billionaire
peasants.
friends, and they'll fucking take a little helicopter out
Yeah, a
there.
little heavy.
Yeah.
It's funny because Burning Man likes to be like. First of all, I thought it was awesome. I'm one of those guys.
Is this
It's
your
like
first
it's like
year?
studying abroad. Like I'm gonna keep talking about Burning
Is
Man.
it your first year?
First year. Well,
Well,
What happened?
oh
last year?
my
we
god,
Had, we had a little bit of a situation last
holy
year.
fuck!
Do you guys roll together
from a
everywhere?
Miami guy?
Yeah. we
Okay,
roll
this is the definition of Miami
up.
scum here that like fucked me in the ass.
Okay, I want to hear the story.
So last year, me and 8 people, including Blake over here, and like a bunch of my other friends, fly from other parts of the country to go to Burning Man. We're given media passes from a guy I know and have met and have been on his friend's boat in Miami like several. Yes.
Question: why do you need media passes at Burning Man?
just as a free ticket. It's like
It's
you
got
can't
it. Yeah,
film.
it's
Because I
just
assume-
it's just
they
that.
don't care if you're filming.
Yeah, it's that, and
Yeah.
like our original plan was just to go like interview people in their wacky vehicles and
Got
like.
it. But you don't need a
go get a bunch
permission
of
to
tech
do that,
guys
right?
or out there on fucking
or people are
ayahuasca.
kinda
You're
like-
not allowed to. You're definitely not like if you film, people will be like, "Fuck you!" Like you need consent. You can't like just roll up on people and film. It's like,
Okay,
no,
so
I didn't do it. It's
you
not
didn't
allowed.
do your fucking
No,
thing, Burning
no,
Man. Like,
no, it's like
what do you do
not-
for a living? Someone's
people would
like,
be like, "Fuck
I
you
collect
if you did that."
acorns.
Well, yeah, because people are there not to
Yeah.
do anything. They kind of
Yeah.
want to be.
They're trying to
You don't want to be
step
the
away from
idiot
money.
that's filming people. People will literally like break your phone if you do that. It's like, which is good because you're out there like being nuts, you know?
Yeah.
So that's good. I didn't do that. But basically, this guy's telling me that like media would be like, I've never been, so I didn't know that. So this guy, David Roth, fuck him. And we're suing him right
Fuck
now.
him.
Roth?
David Roth, which is like the name of some other, I don't even know.
He's supposed to be like the rock guy for Van Halen. Where's that Van Halen?
David Lee Roth?
Yeah, David
Yeah.
Lee Roth. It's supposed to be him, but he's like going off this alter ego,
be a
like
fake name.
he's some big dog or something in Miami.
This guy says he
Fuck
works
that
at
guy.
Ultra. He says he's like a ticket. He works in promotions for like in February, and Burning Man's in like August or September. He's like, I got you. And how many friends do you want? Give me your emails. I know the chairman of the board. Every year I get 16 tickets to give out to my friends. I paid him. Like I met him twice in person. So I'm like, okay, this is legit. And for months he's keeping up the act. And I think he genuinely thought he could get tickets, but that year it was so tight on tickets that what my theory is that right before he found out he couldn't, and then just was too pussy to not tell me.
Yeah.
So we all
Or just
show up.
buy you tickets.
He couldn't
Yeah.
back.
Tickets are like $400, right?
No,
They're
well,
not even-
that year it was like $2,000.
Yeah.
This year it was like cheap, but that it was the first year back. So we all show up in an RV that we rented, 8 of us, to the front gates of Burning Man last year, and they're like, we go up to the box office. I'm media, I guess.
my
Like,
God.
he was being vague about it, and we were already like, what do we tell them? I'm a TikToker. Like they're gonna be like, fuck you. So we roll up there and like. They're like, we don't do it like that. You need a ticket, even though you're media. Like they look us up. We get him on the phone. He's still like,
Well, yeah.
they're screwing you over. It's the media machine. Like this guy's like, and I'm like, oh my god, this guy's crazy.
We were sitting there talking to
Oh
we were
my
talking to the
God.
box office people for probably like 3 hours. Not to the point where we were bugging them, but just being like, hey, like trying to get an update. We're trying to see if we can get a hold of this guy
feel bad for us,
David
too.
Roth is saying that this person that we're supposed to get in contact with for the tickets is on the inside of the venue somewhere without service. So you're like looking for a needle in a haystack for our ticket out.
He's in the middle of the desert.
You're in the middle of the fucking desert. Like you're not gonna find this fucking guy. So then like he gets on the phone with the person from the box office, and the girl starts talking like, hey, your friends are out here. Like, you know, they've been sitting out here in this fucking parking lot for like 6 or 7 hours. Or so he's like, you sound kind of cute. You Puerto Rican?
yeah, this guy's nuts.
You sound kind of nice. And she's like, sir, I don't know what you're talking about, but your friends are here, and
He's
they're,
like, your
and they're in
friends
the
are
middle of the
fucked by
desert,
you right
like
now.
they're fucked.
Burning Man staff. They're like,
How
you're
well?
fucking
How do
your
you?
friend.
How well do you know this guy?
I met him 3 times. I met him 3 times, and I know where he stays on
was-
this guy's boat that I know. And like, I guess he was just hanging out, but turns out I think he was just bumming it now, like out in retrospect.
Wow,
But
that's
basically,
rough.
like
But did they offer for you guys? They're like, yo, can you guys
get in?
You guys can
No,
buy
they
tickets?
felt so bad, but they
No.
can't. They were like, "We're so sorry. This sucks for you.
They're
Like,
sold
you
out.
can
They
wait
couldn't
here for the
even-
night." Like, yeah, completely. They always sell out immediately. They're like, "Sorry," and then basically I text them like, "Fuck you, go kill yourself." Like, I'm just gonna sue the fuck out of you. Not only for like, I don't care about
Can
getting
you
money
sue for that? I mean, I guess you could.
Yeah, like I paid
that's-
him $4,000 on Venmo. Like,
Oh,
that's
shit.
for
Yeah, we
sure
paid
grand
that.
theft. Like, and there's texts of him going,
Bro,
"My
$4,000,
bad, bro."
He could have bought tickets, at least 2.
Yeah, so basically, long story short, like I want this guy to go to jail for grand theft, not to get my money back, but just to watch him like suffer because he
yeah.
fucked us.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
We were fucked. Yeah,
Well,
What's his name again?
David
Roth.
David Roth. Fuck
in,
you,
in
dude.
Miami.
You seem to have a lot of enemies that you want revenge against. Take a break, hang out with your billionaire friends, and help them
Come up
fix
with
your
a,
problem.
We'll just call Nancy Pelosi.
Right? Can
and
you
Hillary.
imagine you took a year off from content and actually hung out with some billionaires that love you? Right? And then you're like, hey, so now I have some favors. I got this fucking schmuck in Miami that we need to kill.
Just get
See,
rid of.
or you could just
Waste
stay with him for a
management.
week and he'll come up with some good plans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll spitball any idea.
Yeah,
You guys are getting all my enemies. I think I only have like a couple more enemies. You know? I
that's
can't
not
think of-
bad.
Do you
got
love
like two.
your parents?
I love them.
Okay,
yes.
good. Just make-
I just watched a very funny video with your mom. She reminds me of my mom. But what's your background? You guys are just American. You have any background?
My dad was born in Scotland. My mom's Canadian, a little bit.
Okay,
half Canadian.
fine.
Where are you from?
She's
Tucson, Arizona.
Nice.
T-Loco.
Oh, we
That's why I fly into Tucson
fly into
every
Tucson.
week.
Really?
Yeah.
There's no way.
Sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks. No, because the merch factory is in Agua Prieta,
Nogales?
which is right next to Douglas.
Oh, what's
So
the
we
fuck?
fly in and then a 2-hour drive to Mexico.
yes, sir. Yes, so we're right there. We're right next to
Tucson's a fucking dump. I
Yeah.
mean,
It is. I went to U of A over there, and it was like a party school. Other than
Right.
that, it's like if you don't live, if you don't live like up in the mountains, like
Right.
it is a shithole.
Right.
And then an hour or two up, Phoenix, hottest girls on the planet.
Yes, Scottsdale.
This
Scottsdale,
this
yeah.
guy's been like, I talk about my hometown, Graham. It's a little piece of shit town that looks cool. This guy's been hyping up Tucson ever since I've known him.
Well, U of A was insane.
And so it's a piece
Where
of
were you-
shit
where
after
you
all this
from?
time.
No, it depends on where you're at in Tucson. If you're in the
What
Catalina
about where
Foot-
you lived?
Catalina Foothills is not Tucson. It's Catalina Foothills, and it's very nice. It's very nice.
And
Country
nice car
clubs.
shows, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's country clubs. It's very nice. It's expensive
Yeah,
housing.
what do your parents do?
My dad is a urologist or just retired doctor. He was a surgeon. My mom's a nurse practitioner.
Not a Jew?
Not a Jew. Not a
Okay.
Jew.
That's rare.
It's a nice area. I'm not going to hype it up, but now that you bring it up here, we didn't live in South Tucson or regular Tucson.
I don't know, man. You've been pumping it for all this time.
It's a
Maybe
nice
you guys
area.
need a celebrity box.
He also hates poor people.
I just let him beat me so he gets his viewers still.
Tucson is like middle of Tucson is like shitty. Yes.
That's funny.
There's nice areas.
The video is very funny because she goes, she saw a picture of Pete Davidson and she goes, yeah, he looks like he needs a good meal from his mother.
He looks malnourished.
He's malnourished. I'm like, wow,
Pete
what a
Davidson
good
does.
Yeah.
comment.
Yeah, there's other ones on there too. Like they were talking about Drake and shit. And he's like, yo, he looks like a
She's
cuddly
like,
guy.
oh, kind eyes, but very soft.
Bro,
I was like, damn, Shorty's hitting on the dot.
yeah. Oh yeah, Young Gravy. So Young Gravy, I did a video with him, and he's like, "You got a mother in your life?" And I'm like, and then we do a follow up video where I show my mom the video, and she like reacts, and she's like, "Young Gravy, you stay away from my family." And my dad comes up, and it's like obviously like a bit. So like I show him, and people didn't understand that it was a bit. So Young Gravy comments on this video. My mom's basically being like, "I am married for 20 years. Here's my husband." My dad pops on the screen, and he's like, "You stay away from my family, Young Money." Like, he like messages his like name up. And
Young Sauce.
And people freak out on them in the comments. Like Young Gravy comments like, "She's mine anyways." Like being himself, like he's being funny. We've met him. And then everyone's like, "Fuck your mom" in the comments. Like, fuck her, fuck your family. I'm like, it's a joke.
Because they're trying to defend Young Gravy.
Yeah, it was a joke.
They really want Young Gravy to get like that.
Yo,
Yeah.
I have a friend. She comes around here, Meredith.
Who's that?
She was no, she's not. She's this she's a chick that comes to these house parties, and she won Young Gravy's. He was looking for a mom to take on a date. And she won the date. Well, she slid into his DMs, and she she's got a kid, and she fucked Young Gravy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, didn't someone else fuck
I
Young
think
Gravy?
everyone's mom.
Addison Rae's mom?
Yeah. Would you let Young Gravy fuck your mom? I guess it's not up to you.
Wait,
like, I know
wait,
I know we're like
Addison Rae's
I know it's a
mom
very
has sex with Young Gravy?
misogynistic question to ask you
well,
if you
Would you
give
be able to
Young
live with
Gravy
a simple
permission.
fact that Young Gravy fucked your mom?
Probably on. I'd probably let him fuck my mom. If my mom was single.
That's kinda
that'd be
dope.
kinda funny.
Yeah, if
honestly.
she was-
Yeah, okay.
That's a funny story.
Only Young Gravy.
I'd rather my mom fuck
If
a
she wasn't married, if
celebrity.
she wasn't married to my dad, like that'd be kind of funny. Like
if she
only
was
Young
married.
Gravy, not like some rando.
You would no,
Yeah,
no, it has to
obviously.
be famous.
It has
Would
to
you
be
guys
a-
let Young Gravy fuck your mom?
Sure.
I might have to let him hit it, honestly.
Yeah,
As long as you're Young Gravy or more famous.
No,
you
no,
can
Young
fuck
Gravy,
my mom.
not more.
Just
well,
he can't choke her or slap her or anything.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, who else?
Do I get like? Is Leonardo like going to become my dad or like around?
No, Leonardo DiCaprio can definitely fuck you.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Who
can
else?
hit.
I
let
would
Leonardo-
let Leonardo
Yeah.
fuck me.
Yeah.
yeah, me too. Me too.
I'd fuck
Everyone,
Leonardo.
my family, my dog.
Hey, honestly,
I'd suck his
yeah,
dick.
do it.
Brad Pitt can hit mom dukes all day too, though.
Facts, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Easy.
Brad Pitt
Yo,
can slide it.
90s DiCaprio. Like, let's go.
And Brad, Paris.
Same
Yeah.
time, it's
Yeah.
easy.
My brother,
Whatever.
all
That's
day.
crazy. I hope my mom isn't watching this, but no one send this to my mom.
Yo, yeah, let's not.
She's very conservative, nice woman.
She is a nice.
Horrified by this
You could
conversation.
tell she's a very nice.
Let's bring them on Legends Rally.
Oh,
What is that?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you guys got to go.
What's legend?
What is that?
it's a car rally I do every year, but
No
it's
shit.
fucking insane.
Do you
why
guys
don't we
get,
go?
what is it?
Wacky.
Is it like just people bring
You
their
just like
cars,
you guys have
race?
crazy cars,
Not yet.
What is a crazy car?
like just like a supercar,
I don't know.
Like,
something
give me
that
a
drives.
supercar.
Ferrari, Lamborghini.
Oh,
Vroom,
sick.
like a vroom vroom.
My homie owns. So I'll just be a poser for the day. I can rent one, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Because I don't have a.
We can.
It's
borrow-
America.
My boy. Yeah.
It's better because then you don't beat your own car.
you just
Yeah.
fuck it up, and we just
Yeah.
still go
Just
nuts.
buy
And
the-
go like
Wait, you
200
guys
miles an hour.
destroy them?
We go like 200. Most people bring their own cars. But you go like 200 miles an hour. People are dodging out of traffic, like running
bro.
people
I
off.
was
Like
Well,
a Bentley
no, I
truck.
can't.
Partying.
Does a Bentley truck
I
count?
can't do that. I can't do that.
Hey,
You guys
it
are
just-
25 years old. I'm 39. That's crazy. You know, do you know Marcus Hyde? You ever hear about this
Hyde?
kid?
Is he like
Marcus Hyde was. You remember Marcus Hyde? Marcus Hyde was my fucking homie. He was a photographer who like worked his way up and became Kim Kardashian's photographer and was on tour with her. Like literally was blowing up. Like had book bag. Like one of the original photographer influencers.
Huh.
I went for a ride with him and his girlfriend and my girlfriend, and he drove like a fucking maniac, dude. And I was like, dude, this guy's nuts around LA. And then 2 months later, flew off a cliff, paralyzed in a wheelchair.
Wow.
Kanye brought him out at Coachella Sunday service, like wheeled him out. Like everyone was like, because he was Kim's photographer. Like he was the guy.
That's bad.
Craziest thing on the planet happens. He gets canceled because whoever's running his social media while my man is literally in a wheelchair is DMing girls and literally talking about how like fucking them and like his rates for like
What?
photography. And you're like, dude, can you imagine getting canceled
While you're in a wheelchair? That's crazy.
Everyone unfollowed
I'm
him.
laughing, but,
Everyone,
like, what?
Him originally donated to his whole hospital fund. Like I said, Kanye brought him out. He was Ariana Grande's photographer. They all just went. Whoop,
So was he
got
doing it?
canceled in a wheelchair. My man.
He was doing it. He was sending the DMs like,
What like? And they
is
said
he
it was
fucking
like
in the wheelchair?
I don't.
He probably
He's
is.
literally.
Crashing in the
He had his
wheelchair, bro.
handler probably DMing girls. I was like, how are you
What?
setting a
It's probably
photo
crazy
shoot?
taboo for girls. They're like, yo, we're gonna have sex
So
with
my
this guy in the
biggest fear
wheelchair.
is going 200 miles an hour and flying off a cliff.
crazy.
Well,
Paralyzed photographer.
Well, I'm gonna get canceled. Now. I'm gonna get canceled now.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I can't.
not everything's a bit. We can't get canceled. Everything's a bit.
Yeah, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Everything's
Yeah,
that's
guys.
funny.
Crazy though. Sunday service, he's getting wheeled out.
Yeah, by Kanye, and then getting canceled a month later. So
You gotta
I
be at
can't. I
the
can't
lowest
go to
point
your
of your life
rally.
for that one.
Mulholland
I
Yeah.
Drive,
can't drive
bro.
that fast,
People are running off Mulholland Drive out here and like Angels Crest and shit like that all the time.
dude. People have houses. How has no one like a rich person been like, why is there a car in my living room? Right? Like I'd be furious. And all the houses on stilts. I don't know. This town's.
We
fucking
should
weird.
do it. We should go to the car show though with them.
I'm down to go to. I'll meet you there.
Party at the end too, so that could
Yeah, it's
Sick.
in Vegas.
Where do you do it, in
It's fucking
Vegas?
Sick. It's just like we went to
When do
Zook
you do
last
it?
Hakkasan this year, I think.
When's the rally?
March 1st.
March 1st.
This is not supposed to be a plug, but
No. I'm genuinely curious.
Legends Rally, March 1st. It's a super corporate. Basically, the whole rally scene. I didn't know about it a couple years ago, but like we went on one called Gold Rush. Basically, you get 100 rich people,
Yeah.
put them all together. People are driving crazy cars, like $5 million,
English
$10 million
Andy does
cars.
this shit.
You get all these rich people. You get them fucked up every night. They wake up. I don't even know, kind of a little drunk, and drive like 200 miles an hour to the next city.
It's nuts.
Party in the next city.
That's insane.
Go,
It's
you're
like
you're
the
literally
fucking
cops are
thing
getting
they do
called
through Europe, right?
People, there's police escorts.
Literally,
in
like
Vegas,
towns are calling the police headquarters ahead of time. They're
Bro.
just like, cars are coming,
Yeah.
and we hate them.
Radar
Pull them
jammers.
over.
So we're going from LA to Vegas. That's it.
LA to San Diego to Scottsdale, which is gonna be nuts.
How long is this
Scottsdale
drive?
to Vegas? It's just 4 hours each way. 5.
How do you stop in each city?
Yeah, you do have little fun mid stops.
How long?
Like I don't know, an hour or two. You just
And then you continue.
no, you just like you go for the middle of the day, and then like you're in Scottsdale for the night. Party that night. Wake up early. Go to
So it's
go
like
to Vegas.
how long is the?
It's just a weekend thing.
Dope. So how about if I get like an 80s, 90s pink limo and we just fill it full
Bro,
of porn
yes.
stars, and that'll be the Assholes Live Forever rally car.
Yes. Let's do it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Done.
Fuck
and we'll
yeah.
just
Wow.
join
You
the
do it every-
rally.
you do it every
It'll be
once,
like
America.
Twisted Metal. I'll put like guns on. Just
People bring like helicopters on this shit.
sick.
Wow.
Done.
Sorry to promo there,
No, it's fucking interesting.
but yeah.
No, that was actually that would be a dope fucking little idea. She kind of got me a little excited, honestly.
No, we're doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Limo, that'd be fucking nuts.
These guys sound cool enough. We could have them come with us. Yeah.
Yeah, bring him with us. Yo,
Are you leaving here and gonna go interview people?
No. It's honestly like it's gotten to a level of such cringe for me. Like I like rolling up to people, but like there's also a level of embarrassment when you're on Rodeo. You have like 20 people around you. When you roll up to a car, people are like, "Oh shit, that's like the guy that interviews
Right.
people, whether they know my name or not." Then somebody's like,
So
"Fuck
it loses.
you."
It loses its.
It's just kind of like
I saw the dude with the tattoos in the Mustang. You said you heard for that, the way he reacted, the recent
Oh.
one. He's
he asked me to take that video down.
You did, right?
He
He's
did.
like, yeah, whatever. Like, what? I'm like,
fucking guy? Which
what
guy?
the
The guy
fuck?
with the girl. Apparently, it's
And the
his
girl
daughter.
Which guy?
Apparently,
Oh,
it's his daughter. So like, I feel bad that like whatever. But this guy's like, I'm not gonna tell you what I do for. You know the guy in the
Yeah.
the 10 million.
Mind your own fucking business.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
None of your business.
The fuck you want to know about my own business? You're just like, dude, fucking relax.
I
Just,
guess his like girl. We
say
thought it was
whatever.
his girlfriend, but like
Yeah.
I guess his daughter's like, literally turns away like comically.
Yo.
She's like, oh,
Yo, you
like,
know where I should bring you? Because there's an area in South Brooklyn where a lot of Russians and Ukrainians live.
Perfect.
And they all do schemes. They all do like
Schemes?
medical
They're not- what do you
fraud.
think they're
They
gonna tell you how
they,
I got-
so listen, that's the whole point. So they do a whole
Schemes.
this,
They're gonna
bunch of schemes, and they pull up to this coffee spot, and they have
shot.
Uruses, they have crazy cars, Ferraris. I want you to run up and be like, what the fuck you mean what I do?
Yeah.
Oh.
You, what you do?
I'm going to New York.
He- he-
I'm going to New
he's gonna
York
be like-
in like a couple days. If I run this shit in New York, like, will people be like,
Bro,
fuck off?
yo, we should bring you to that neighborhood. None of them would ever tell you what they do, or they'd be like, "Oh, you want to know what I do?" And then you'd be like, "Ooh, what do you do?" they would.
It's like Armenians here.
Yeah.
In Glendale.
terrifying.
Yeah, they don't
Or
answer,
anywhere.
right?
They'll kind of be like,
Dude, I live in fucking Glendale.
I sell machine gun.
Yeah,
I
why
live,
snitch on yourself?
bro. I live in fucking Glendale, and like at first,
sorry.
you shut up. You lived in Hollywood forever. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear your shit.
that is,
Isn't Glendale nice?
Glendale is nice. Like there's definitely
Just
areas where it's
a
nice. Like
lot
I
of
you don't want to live in LA.
I live.
Yeah.
Well, dude, it's,
wanna live
he
over-
gives me shit about this, bro. It's
years
like
away.
15 minutes away from everything except for the fucking beach.
Take
It's
a
like 45
helicopter there.
Oh, yeah, sure, pal.
A train.
Anyways, like literally the Armenians. Like I forgot what statistic was dropped, but like there's more Armenian people in Glendale than there actually is like
Armenia.
in
Capital of Armenia.
Like per capita, the amount of people in Glendale.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rise the capital of Armenia. Or
Insane.
No, it is.
Or whatever the fuck
That's
you're saying.
it.
It's true.
Yeah.
And you
So,
just
like,
want a more of a melting
You
pot.
go outside, like I go outside, and I don't know if it's just because I have long hair or some shit, but they like fucking scoff me. Like
You look like you-
I'm out there, and
What,
they're
they're
just,
like,
I'm out there, like
that, right?
I remember I went into a shop one time, and my buddy was looking for a job, and I was just like, "Hey, man, like, yeah, are you guys hiring here?" Like my roommate at the time, I was like, "Yeah, you guys hiring here?" And he goes, "Is he white?" I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "We will not hire him. No, we don't hire him." I was like, "Why? Why?" I was just like,
wanna
"What?"
keep it-
Because white people don't work.
and
And immigrant culture
That
is
is
like,
true,
yo, I
honestly.
need another immigrant in here because they don't
I'm
they
an
don't,
immigrant
they
too,
don't
so-
they don't care about labor laws. And white people are like my designated cigarette break. That's why we love Vegas.
Yeah, and they want to make sure
Maternal
they
leave.
pay the lowest, but they want the highest
Yeah.
amount of effort. So
They were
the
like,
white person is
"Hey."
not, that has a little bandana and yellow hair is not going to be
Yeah,
fucking.
they're like he could be Greek. Let's find out. And they're like he's white. No.
You see the
Yeah,
LA white
get him
people.
outta here.
LA white people are like, no.
They're like, dude, I'm just gonna go. It's like a brag. Like,
No.
who cares, bro? You know what I mean?
hate
Go
everyone in
work.
this town.
Yo, I can't even get a normal bagel in this fucking town. Do you understand that, my brother? I go to the what is it called? The
Einstein?
Yeasty's fucking bagel truck.
Yeasty Boys.
Yo, so I
Where
go
are
to
you
this
eating?
Yeasty Boys fucking bagel truck, and I'm standing there for 40 minutes waiting in this line. They close at 2 p.m. I get there at 1:15. The guy comes out. He's like, "Oh, no more bagels."
Yeah, they do a good job.
I
They
said,
make
"My
good
man, are
money.
you feeling all right, bro? It's 1:15." He
They
goes,
sold out.
and then he goes, "Actually, we do have bagels, but they're plain." So I said, "Okay, no problem." I said, "So I'll order." He goes, "Okay, but we don't have cheese." I said, "Okay, no cheese, no problem."
1:15?
So he goes, "No avocado also." I said, "Okay, no avocado." I'm like, "Can you scoop the bagel and toast it for me?"
Oh my god, you sound
He
like
goes,
a
"We don't do
little
that. We don't
awful
scoop bagels."
human being.
So he gives me this bagel that's like a bagel from a gas station.
Yeah, just basic ass bagel.
No toast, nothing. I go, "You guys didn't toast this bagel." He goes, "We did."
What do you mean by scoop? Like they take out.
No,
some
because
of
you
the-
know how it's very doughy.
Yeah.
So we scoop it.
You can do that. That sounds great.
Right, it's
There's
amazing.
Too much dough.
Correct.
Is that a thing?
Right.
You're so
See, I don't even know. I've never been.
Eat the bagel
But
like
you see,
a New
that's
Yorker.
Scoop a bagel.
You're
Are
supposed to-
bagels common here?
And then they
Or like
toast
what?
it's supposed to be crispy and heavy dough, but they gave me some
Crisp it
pill-
up.
Yeah, crisp it up, baby.
Whoa. Okay, so you can scoop. That's
So you had
crazy.
one bad
New York.
experience.
So where do I
What
go?
one
in New
bad
York?
experience? This is already my third time complaining about
Why are
bagels.
you
And-
poking-
Where do I go in New York? I'm going in like 5 days.
Wait, for bagels?
Any
No,
any
just
deli.
for not
Any.
for bagels.
Where?
Yeah, for bagels. Yes.
We're going
Go
on
to New
a
Go
York.
to Leo's Bagels and
extravagant.
Fide.
What's it called?
Leo's Bagels and Fide.
Don't go to Fide Eye all the way. Nothing's down there. Just go
That's
eat.
the best
Any
bagel.
bagels are good
Don't
everywhere.
listen
That's
to
the
this
best
kid.
bagel.
Bagels
Leo's,
are good
Leo's
every-
and Fide is very good.
You get a bacon
Promise.
cheese in Arizona.
You're gonna find
Yes.
yourself in Arizona iced tea. Yeah.
Of course.
Or in get
The best.
Lenwich while you're there too. Great sandwich shop.
Okay.
What
They
is it?
deliver Lenwich.
Yeah, LA does not do bagels.
What's this whole shit, by the way, with what's that dude that's on TikTok or whatever, and like he runs like I don't know if it's common with you guys at all, but like respect the Shmia guy.
What is that?
He's like the Mr. Bagel guy. He asked for an entire pound of cream cheese on his bagel, and he's like, and make sure you respect the schmear.
I hate that everyone's a character.
You know what I'm talking about?
Everyone in New York is now like a character. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, get the Jewy guy. That'll be his thing. And then
What
the
about
Italian
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
What about the Arab dude, the Ak, the Aki way, the one that does the sandwiches with everything inside the deli? You know, the one that
Yeah,
fucking
no.
will put the mozzarella sticks in there and shit like that.
You know the guy he's like it's like a Jew guy, and he's like in like a Costco, and he's like, don't raise the prices of my baby.
We're in the Costco, the one,
Yeah, it's the chicken.
the richest reacher
That
the
would be a
$4.99
Jew
shirt. Yeah.
protest, huh?
He's like,
don't raise prices.
Yes, that's
That
it.
guy's honestly a
That's a Jewish
fucking
protest.
hero, though. I love that
funny.
guy. Love him for that.
I go Jew guy, and you raise
Jew
your
guy.
eyebrows. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're like, hey, I didn't give you the Jew pass that hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
Very. It's a hard.
Be careful throwing the
Ooh.
Jew stuff around.
It's a hard W there.
But is that
Lovely-
true, though?
lovely Jew.
Is the
What?
whole
Lovely
schmear
Jew.
thing real? Is the whole schmear thing?
First
Bro,
of all,
I don't even know what that is.
really
No one knows what the
I don't
fucking
know
schmear
Yiddish.
is. This guy's just a fucking
It's
a
called
hoax.
cream cheese. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm a pedestrian Jew. Like,
Yeah, the
I
Yeezy
get to
boy, they
use all
also
those
call it
slang.
schmear. What is
Jew.
schmear to me?
what?
Pedestrian.
I guess
Yeah.
he's saying the schmear is like the cream cheese, the schmear.
Yeah, that's called the schmear. It's what they
Bro.
schmear. You're schmearing.
Smear
it.
it.
Also, I don't know.
You guys
I
ever
get
said that
very
in your
annoyed
life,
with the bagels out here, the pizza.
I
Some of the
smear.
food is
I don't
just annoying.
schmear.
Yeah.
Schmear just sounds weird. Schmear sounds like when your dad's like, movie schmovie. Right?
What?
You never had your fucking someone say
Movie
like,
schmovie?
Bro,
right?
what?
Like when they're like,
Yeah, I don't
you
know.
know when someone adds the sh in front of a word when they can't remember.
You guys
like,
can rip us, by the way.
is
You
that-
guys hear some
Yeah.
shit that's
Jew
crazy?
thing.
Yeah, these are more Jew things you should learn.
Tomato, that's what you say?
No.
No, that's a thing. I've heard people talk about that. That
What?
phenomenon of like, you don't know what it is. Oh, like a remote. They'll be like and they have like some word.
Some
think those are
retarded
bad
This
stuff.
replacement word.
Yeah.
I don't even know how we ended up here. How did we end up on this?
Yo, so here's a question, because this is then you're kind of like cringed out at having to run up on people.
It's cringe.
What's the
People
next? What's
recognize-
the next chapter?
We start doing like everything, like which won't go away, like mansion tours. Like we just came from
Right.
like 2 hours ago. We just came from a mansion tour, $65 million house. Like that's not going anywhere. That's been around. Yacht tours, like stuff like that. Podcasts. Like
So
that
you're
sort of
doing like
podcast.
lifestyle of the rich and
Yeah, I mean, you can't
Yeah.
you can't really go wrong. I mean, like I'm not going to
Right.
reinvent the wheel here with like
No, no,
like
I
it's
was-
kind of been like a thing, but like no one's been doing it for TikTok correctly.
It has
like,
to be a good format.
is it all
clean.
filmed on a phone? Is it filmed
Yeah, it's,
on cameras?
it's literally all iPhone.
So you're on the fly a lot. Like,
oh,
Yeah,
it's
we're
are
on
you
a-
getting like
No.
tips? Are people like hitting you, being like, "Yo, come to my house"? Like,
Yes, literally, yeah. And but like people that are already in that sphere, like that are used to traditional TV, will be doing shit where like they have like the DSLRs, they're making it very professional. We're like fucking rolling up to like $65 million houses, like being nuts in the house.
but you guys are treating it like fans, right? Where it's like, I don't want to see glossy. I want to see like the POV.
Yeah.
So if you're
Yeah.
shooting with an iPhone, I'm like, whoa, this mansion looks
Yeah, exactly.
dope.
Yeah.
Right.
'Cause, like-
I've seen people with professional cameras, make a futon look nice.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I have, like, for instance, like, I have like a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K. I got some wacky ass camera, and I'd spent like well over $4,000 on like altogether for the package. But like, everyone needs to realize that like 99.9% of the stuff that you record, chances are it's going to go on some form of social media, and 99% of people all watch their shit on their phones.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, you can have like a cool focal length looking deal, like where it looks really professional and clean, but like TikTok's going to downscale your shit to 1080p regardless. Doesn't matter. And people use a 4K AI upscaling, and they like make it look all wacky.
It's not going to matter. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But like, regardless, like it's most efficient for people to like create content just with what they have in their fucking hand already. It's like, yeah, sure, you can go make a short film, you can go do your thing and like do that on YouTube. That's totally fine. And like, I would love to do the same thing as well. But like, if we're going to pull up and do this, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, let me record all this. Yeah, let me just plug this into my fucking SD card really fast. I'm going to send it to you, Dan, on a Dropbox, or Dan's going to send the footage to me on a Dropbox, and then I'm going to put it together, and then like, it's like, no, just fucking airdrop it to me.
Right.
Right.
And you guys already have a system, obviously.
Yeah.
How you do it. And
It's very,
it works.
it's all
You could
very
take this to,
simple.
like a Netflix though.
Same with rolling up to people in public though. You have a big old camera. They're like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck
Like,
is
fuck
going
this
on?"
shit.
You
I
have
don't
a
wanna be
little
recorded.
phone. They're like, "Oh, this is just like some like guy that like is interested in cars." So, like,
Yeah.
it's arming.
And it's not as they don't have to prepare as much, right? So they have to like get dolled up and shit. Like people don't care. They're like, yeah, fuck it, roll
Yeah.
through. Let's do it real quick.
just
Yeah.
boom.
pull out your phone and just like, okay, wipe the lens off.
And
all
honestly,
right,
the
ready?
quality looks solid as is.
It's already good enough.
thank you.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Shucks,
And like you
what a
said-
nice guy.
No, I like it. I like the little. It's simple. It's
Yeah.
clean, bro. That's
Yeah.
all that matters.
Dude, it's genius in its simplicity. It's like, right, when you see like hot ones, you're like, damn, how did I not think of that, right?
Same
It's
thing
just
with
like,
this, right?
With this, you're like, damn, like,
Yeah.
how did I not think of that?
It's interesting because it's such a simple like phrase, like what do you do for a living, but it's so broad. Like I didn't do it on purpose.
We all want to know.
I didn't do it. I wasn't
we're
like
all
some
scared
wizard.
to ask.
I'm telling you, my first video I posted on TikTok got 50 million views, like or 40 million or something crazy.
Wow.
And I literally was just like, fuck. My first video, like it was asking someone what they do, and I was like, what the fuck? And I did another one. It was like 40 million.
It was in
like,
Tucson. When you did this?
No, it was in Dallas. After college, I went to Dallas. And
You run into some like weird jobs. Like when I saw the Joan Rivers one, it always like I found it fascinating because it's like some guy's like, oh, my dad invented like the rubber band.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh fuck, like can you imagine like having rubber band money? Right? Like right?
Well,
like instead of being like, oh, I'm an investment banker, or I'm like, I worked for Nike as an exec, or like I'm an Apple exec. Like, is there someone who's like, yo, my great grandfather invented like buttons?
Yes, literally. Like there's a girl that I rolled up on in a McLaren. Her great grandfather was or just grandfather or something like that. Did a chocolate brand.
Ghirardelli,
yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
she's fucking driving a McLaren.
That's hard.
I actually had to delete the video recently.
Really? Why?
Just she wanted me to delete it.
What?
Yeah.
She was about to lose some money.
I don't know why.
Oh,
to cut her off.
wait.
They're like,
But
Whatever.
you're about,
whatever.
you're about to have her.
But I also saw you run up on somebody with a crazy Ferrari and the guy, or like a McLaren or whatever, and the guy's like, "Yeah, I have a landscaping business."
yes,
and I'm
yeah.
like,
This guy
Yeah,
driving
but
a
you
Bugatti.
can have a landscaping
Bugatti.
business.
I was like,
You
what
can
the
drive a
fuck?
Bugatti, yeah, man.
Yeah, and his
Some-
friend driving
How much is a
P1.
Bugatti?
Like
Some of them are 10, some of them are 3.
depends. Like base, like
10
Veyron right now is like 1.5, but a Chiron's like 3-4, depending on if it's like a super sport 4 mil,
Correct.
5,
Yeah.
and some of them are like 20 million.
You know where you gotta go when the film festival happens in Cannes? You gotta go over there,
Okay,
bro.
crazy yachts, right?
Can you do
Bro,
one?
cars, everything. Like we were staying in one of the hotels, and the dude had a Bugatti parked up front, but the license plate alone was $2 million.
Was it a
because
one
it was a
plate?
Saudi? Yeah, it was a 3. It was a 3.
Three.
It was a
Okay.
three.
That's like
Three,
the lowest
yeah.
number.
Yeah, so basically
Yeah.
in Saudi they pay for the special license plate. Each one is like $1 million, 2, 5, whatever it
Isn't
is.
one closest to the guy in charge? That's how it's
Number one is like for like the fucking
the prince, right?
Yeah,
The guy, the
and the
crown
dude
prince.
that was there had the 3.
That's
wow.
nuts.
Which was
Do you think he was like?
insane.
You think it was like a fake one? He just put a sticker on.
You can't.
I would totally.
There's some guy
Why
that's
not?
a foreign, but yeah,
not
in
around-
LA,
They'll behead you?
I
Not
think it's
around the
fake, though.
Saudis, no.
They'll
It's a
behead
fake
you?
one.
Oh, is it a fake one?
There's people that roll around that like roll around in a 6x6 Mercedes. Like it's crazy. And, like they look like it could be a 1, but like no one's got the 1 unless you're like the fucking.
Dude, you should do one video one time just as a joke and like go annoy just regular people.
I've done it. I've done
Oh,
it.
you
I walked
have?
with people and like normal people. Like
They fucking hate
it's
it.
actually for an ad.
Well,
like,
right,
for-
because they have to be reminded of how
I did it
broke
for.
they
It
are.
was kind of awkward.
They're like, what do you do for a living? You're like,
I needed him there with
hate
me
my
because
life.
like it was like kind of
Sears.
shitty. It was Carfax, and they wanted me to roll up to normal cars. So I'm rolling to these people in like they're like shitty cars, and it kind of just seems like it seems like fuck me for like rolling up to people in like a $5,000 car.
Hi,
Like,
I'm making money
what
off
do you
of
do?
this.
Like, and you're like basically people view it as like you're poor. I'm rolling up to you, but like people still liked it, but they were very confused. A lot of people they'd be like, "Why the fuck are you asking me that?" I'm like, we ask people normally I'm like in nice cars. We ask people in cars what they do, and they're like, "Why are you?"
We ask-
what the fuck.
We ask people in better cars what they do,
Yeah.
so we figured
So it
we'd
was-
see how you fuckers
Well, it's
do it.
funny because like every single person, like most of the people that we had conversations or encountered, they're just like, yeah, just go like ask somebody in like a Honda Civic, but then it like backfires on us, and everyone's like, "Fuck you! What's wrong with you guys?
Yeah.
Wow, how dare you?
How
ask
dare
that
you
person?
monetize
like
the
you can't
video.
talk to people? Like
Yeah.
what happened?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I guess monetizing talking to poor people sounds.
People do it with the homeless the
Oh yeah,
kindness
kindness content.
Yeah, that should.
Yeah,
fun
but to be
too.
fair, the homeless we don't care about.
Well, some of
I
the
feel
some,
more
some of
for
the millionaires
my-
became homeless too, right? There's some millionaires that lose their mind and be fucking hit Skid Row.
Yeah.
There's
That's true.
actors.
Like,
there's
who, do you have any
actors.
good
I
examples?
don't know one
I
millionaire.
can give you.
Skid Row.
I forgot her name. Remember the millionaire?
Skid Row though.
It's a chick. What's
I
her
don't
name?
care. I don't
She was in
believe
the movie
homeless,
with
homeless women
with Heath Ledger.
Is their own
She's on the
fault.
street.
She became homeless. Yeah.
You can't be a homeless woman. You should be. You have an ATM between your legs for the rest of your life. If you're a homeless woman, you have grossly mismanaged your vagina.
Yeah, that's poor management.
Honestly,
Facts.
That's poor
honestly,
management, bro.
Facts.
It is
Facts.
actually kind of true.
Right?
Yeah.
There's some guy will let you sleep on his couch if you sleep.
Yes, yes.
That's leverage.
You don't
That is
have to
true.
be in
Well,
Skid
unless you're
Row.
really ugly.
You are at Skid Row by choice if you're a woman.
Right, you are.
Yeah,
I think if you're not like cracked out of your mind and you don't have like
Sorry for
hives
getting
growing
old.
on
You guys can't.
Well, no, someone
we're
would fuck
fine.
you still if you were cracked out. Like
Yeah.
even if you're like
Oh,
disgusting,
I've seen
someone's
guys
gonna fuck
take
you.
home
Probably, yeah.
little animals.
I mean, we were having a
Yeah,
we
people
were-
fuck dogs and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
right.
gonna fuck
Yeah.
We were having a
Not a fucking
conversation
homeless
about it,
woman.
and it's like even if somebody's like cracked out of their mind and they have like fucking blood leaking from their ears and they have hives and shit, like they'll just crawl into somebody's like local little tent and they're just gonna fucking go to bed. Like that's just kind of, I feel like that's just exactly what happens on the street.
What a life.
Yeah.
Wakes up, she's fucking dead. Shit. Oh, there she goes.
It's good times.
The next one.
Bro, listen,
Like
it's easy.
killing each other. There's like
Easy living.
gang warfare out there. Like they're like kind of like have their own like gangs and shit. Like
Bro,
homeless people.
Yeah, they got their own community and shit, bro. They got their own bartering system too.
Yeah.
If
There's
you
like-
fuck, they got their own corners.
There's like
I think
gangs
the
out
crazy
there.
politics.
There's like homeless gangs.
There's
Yeah.
no viable solution except to get rid of them. That's the problem.
So have you heard this
There's
theory?
no other
If
solution.
us four try to figure out a solution for the homeless
I have
right now,
a
bro,
solution.
Right, it's like
I have a
negotiating with a
solution.
give us a
cancer.
solution.
It's
He
a
has
crazy
you
solution.
just
I have a
gotta
solution.
cut it out.
It's fucked up, but
Give us a solution.
It's not, I didn't even come up with it, but one of my fucked up friends in college came up with it. Homeless island. So basically, you get all the homeless people, you give them all the drugs that they want.
That's what we started
All
the
the drugs in the
podcast
world,
with.
and they love it. They're like free fentanyl, whatever.
Didn't the Roman Empire start?
Eventually
the
they,
whole conversation
they
with.
OD.
The Roman Empire had this,
Let
bro.
them gamble.
They did.
Let us
They
gamble
did.
on them.
Bro.
Oh,
Then
you
they
wanna
get
go
the money.
gladiator.
They become rich. That's how we start.
show where they like put them in the woods and hunt them.
How
We
often
just
do you think
said.
about the Roman Empire, bro? I think
Oh,
about
I
it
heard
every
about this trend.
I think
What is
about it
this?
often.
Fucking day.
What does it mean?
Every-
What does that mean?
So basically, those trends started where apparently men feel very connected and fulfilled when they think about the Roman Empire because that's where our like root, whatever,
I'm from Russia.
our innate fucking.
What?
Yeah, well, that's why you don't connect because
You're from Ukraine.
Ukraine was part
You
of the
wouldn't
Roman
get it,
Empire.
no,
it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Was it really?
But girls will do it, yeah.
So check whatever. The point of the story is the girl who did a video. She's like, "How often do you think about the Roman Empire?" And he's like, "Often." She's like, "How often?" She's like, "Every day." She's like, "No, you don't." He's like, "Yeah, I do." And then
That's the video.
Yeah, and then
That's the most unrelatable video.
Yo,
I've
some
ever
girl
heard.
texted me literally randomly like 2 weeks ago. She goes, "How often do you think about the Roman Empire?" I have not seen the trend yet, and I go, "I don't know, like probably once a month." And literally, like that was the first video where it came out. The guy goes, "I don't know, probably every other week or so, maybe every month." And everyone in the comments is going, all these girls are going, "How is this possible?" Like to them, like they don't understand how like it's possible.
Wait,
because
do you guys really?
yeah, because
Well, once a month.
well,
about why?
Albus think about the
Okay,
Roman
oh,
Empire.
Dude, my
God.
my girl.
Okay.
my-
But-
dude,
Hold on.
If you're a
big-
you won't think about it.
Val.
Think about how many times we've talked about it in this podcast already. 3 or 4 times before we
Never.
brought this up.
What do you think about? Here's the thing. I know. Just wait. I know nothing about the Roman Empire, so
Clearly, you
therefore,
said Russia was part of it.
So I don't think about it. That's my problem. Like it doesn't pop in
You
my
never
head.
think about wearing a kilt and with your cock just hanging on the
Kilt?
what was it?
That would you
little
be
skirt?
thinking about-
What?
That's got it.
That's
What is
trans.
that outfit
Val.
called?
Val, that's trans.
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna gatekeep it from you.
I don't know what the outfit's
I
called.
don't even know.
It's
You
like
don't
a little
even know?
robe. It's like a robe.
Oh, so you think about it so much you don't even know your own outfit.
Turn it.
Yeah, some shit
Turn
like
up.
that.
Okay.
Listen, if you don't
I
think
don't
about the
think
Roman
it's-
Empire, don't feel left out.
And my
There's
girlfriend,
people-
I was literally in bed and my girlfriend aimed a phone at me and I had no idea. Like she was even recording, but I was like literally sitting there in bed and like we were watching like fucking Gordon Ramsay or some shit. And she just goes, "How often do you think about the Roman Empire?" And like I haven't even seen the trend yet. And I was just like, "Fuck, I don't know. Probably like, you know, like once every couple weeks or some shit like that." And she's like, "You do?" It's like, "Yeah, why?" And she's like, "What's it like?" I was like, "I don't fucking know. I didn't go to the Roman
Girls
Empire."
don't do it.
So what are you guys
I don't
thinking
know.
about?
She's
What
like,
girls
what do
doing
you
about?
guys think about? I was like, I don't know, like fucking like
My girl,
history kind of repeats itself in a way. Like,
exactly same thing.
kinda
No,
same
I'm in
type of
bed just
shit.
laying just on my phone, and she turns around. She goes, "I have a weird question for you," and I'm like, "Bro, here we go." I'm like, "There's gonna be some nonsense." So she goes, "No, seriously, I have a serious question." I'm like, "Okay, what is it?" She goes, "How often do you think about the Roman Empire?" I'm like, "I don't know, bro. Every other day." It's like, I don't know. She goes, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "No fucking way. What the fuck?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro."
bruh.
I just don't get it.
Because it's fulfilling. It's just manly. It's just like, you know, you just think about the savagery that happened during the Roman Empire.
Pretty dope. They gotta bring
sick.
it back.
It would literally be like if somebody just like if somebody talked to you the wrong fucking way, your head gets chopped off, and then everyone just keeps walking around.
Because
Like nothing
nowadays you
happened.
can't can't say things. You can't fight
Yeah.
back.
Think
can't-
about Afghanistan.
But yeah. You grab a fucking apple, you grab an
Talk
apple,
about
and you don't pay
beheadings.
for it, your fucking arm gets cut off. And it's just like now you're never gonna steal with that arm again.
I just
Well, I
don't
think
really-
about
I don't
that
re-
too.
I don't relate to that at all.
Why?
I just don't
You
understand.
don't like. You don't like. You don't. Do you watch?
That's one of those things where I just don't
Do you watch
understand. the
military
trend.
movies?
No.
No.
Really?
You ever
I
seen
wouldn't
like
wanna
American
watch it.
Sniper,
No, none of that shit. I don't like.
Jarhead?
No.
You don't
I
like watching people get sniped from far away. Like,
Dude, what's wrong with you?
Yeah,
what? It's
everyone's
fun.
kind of sick. Like all men are like a little like fucked up growing up. They're like, I just want to watch these movies.
I have a
Band of
mental
Brothers.
illness too.
Yeah, like
People
I don't
getting
get into
killed.
war movies.
Why?
I don't.
I
like
cry
Star
sometimes
Wars.
from war movies. Like Hacksaw Ridge, I started tearing
You
up.
cry
a little
over
bit.
that?
A little bit.
Nah.
I thought it was so overdone.
You cry because
Oh, really?
you cry because of Hacksaw Ridge.
You know why I cry a little bit? Because I knew it was
That
real.
sounds like a seagull to Brokeback Mountain.
It seemed too ridiculous for me. Like,
What, that he didn't fight with a gun, right?
no, okay, that was
Hacksaw
fucking
Ridge.
stupid. And they're like, well, I commend him. I'm like, fuck you, first of all. You're a fucking idiot. Oh, because of my religion, I can't use a gun. I'm like, you're a fucking pussy. Okay, first of all.
It was some crazy Christian shit, right? That he
Yeah, some crazy fucked up Christian shit.
Yeah.
And then second of all, there's like the scenes in the movie, it's so bloody but overdone. Like he's being risen from like a helicopter.
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah.
I'm like, bro, fuck. This is like some like porn, like war porn.
Yeah, it is war porn.
War porn.
But
That's
yo,
what you guys
Some like
like.
jacking off.
What's
That's
your
what
favorite-
you guys like. thinking
What's your
about the
favorite
Roman
war
Empire.
movie?
Oh, God.
I don't.
I would say
I do like American Sniper, but
Saving
good one.
Private Ryan.
Saving Private Ryan is a good one,
I love
yeah.
that movie.
that's a good one.
That's
Schindler's
You were
List.
watching Barbie?
Schindler's List.
Probably maybe I like Zero Dark 30 a lot.
Zero Dark 30's dope.
Zero Dark 30 is a sick movie, yeah.
That's kind of more like a modern. Argo, if you consider it to be
Holocaust movies, though, are fire too, though.
What's
one?
Yeah,
the
the Holocaust movies are fire, though.
Hogwarts.
Holocaust, the Holocaust.
Oh,
Same thing, same
oh
thing.
yeah, like Schindler's. Schindler's List.
Train. There's a train.
Yeah, Schindler's
like-
List is yeah.
Sick movie.
I like watching them.
Inglorious Bastards.
Inglorious Bastards, yes.
Sick
That
movie,
movie was
sick.
fucking gas.
With
I love that
the
movie.
Jew Bear, when he came
Dude,
to
the
Bear,
Jew Bear.
Juval.
I'm
Dude,
sorry?
The Jew Bear is the
Jesus,
coolest
he's a hero in
motherfucker.
our
Jew Bear.
community.
You remember
Bear
the
Jew?
Jew Bear, right?
Yeah, he fucking gets a bat with the bat, hits people in the head.
He made that sound so just not
Yeah,
cool.
you said it so nonchalant.
Yeah,
Get the bat.
Yeah, he got the fucking bat. He's like
bat,
tapping
he
on the
kills
wall and
people.
shit.
He's like, he
killed
gets the
German
bat,
guy.
and
That's
Just
our
the-
first
yes.
Jewish, like, superhero.
The Jew
Jews
Bear.
don't really have a Bear Jew. Like, who else we got?
Fuck, dude, maybe Jesus Christ.
Bear Jew. What
That
am
was
I
our
saying?
original. Like, you guys took him.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of your hero now.
Yo, what was that rally you said it's called?
Legends Rally,
Legends Rally.
We're going. I'm
Limo.
gonna come with a pink limo.
Pink Limo.
Do you have anything you want to plug, man?
The Legends Rally in March.
Sick, we'll be there.
Merch is dropping. Like by the time this comes out, it'll probably be dropped. Honestly, on my main page, it's Daniel Mack, ITS Daniel Mack,
Dope.
everywhere. Yeah.
You got to come party at our house with us.
If you don't invite me to your Halloween party, I don't know if I should even be saying that. I don't know if
You're
it's
invited.
a little low. I need to be there.
Yeah, no, you're pulling up.
I need to
for
be
sure.
there Saturday.
Done.
I'll be on Saturday.
Blake, bring Shorty and you.
Will do.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that you're in safe space.
What are you gonna be for Halloween?
Oh, what
Real
am I gonna
quick.
be?
Dude, well,
Squire.
We were gonna be Squires.
We have this whole fucked up thing where
Yeah, you
like
guys
we
have a
want to
lot
like
of Squire talk.
it's.
Do you guys know?
we could go
want
into it really
billionaires to be your
shortly, but
Squire?
Do you guys not know about Squires?
I don't understand what that
we don't
is.
have to
Is
do a
this some
Spark
Roman
Notes.
Empire shit?
we got to do a
Well,
quick one. for it.
it's pretty
Kinda
close,
fucked up.
but like we have like I think honestly like with the amount of lore that we have built up for Squires, I'm pretty sure we have like at least a month's worth of talking about it.
We can
but
give you a brief
we will
version.
speed run you guys about like a quick 2-minute, 3-minute Squire talk.
But like basically, we want to find someone who's down on their luck, not homeless, but down on their luck. They lost their job or something. We want to get them to be our personal squire, basically like not a slave or a servant, but like a squire. So
Like
they-
a butler?
They
Like a
dress up
jester?
in like,
Like
yeah.
like
Like
the
a
royal
jester?
yeah, exactly
Yes,
like the royal
Oh,
jester
so
back in the
you
day.
want-
Someone's
I
like,
get it.
oh yeah,
Yes. Oh, and they have pots
So
in
you
hand.
want to embarrass them more?
No, but they
Yes.
need to be like someone that's down on their luck.
I'm on board.
They need to be down on their luck. So the problem is they need to be like a 40-year-old
Could it be
man
a friend?
that lost their
yeah,
job.
they need
No,
to be
no.
like 40,
They can't like it sexually.
45, just lost their job. They're just in Vegas. Like
The
they just
dude from Apple.
They
Lost
just,
all their money.
Yes, they just
Fuck.
bet like 45K and they're like on the side of the road and they're
Yeah.
like, fuck, oh
They
shit.
can't
Like-
already be homeless. They need to already be like respectful
Yeah.
within their communities, but like I'm in big trouble.
like they have like a family.
So it's embarrassing for them. So we want to hire them and we tell them ahead of time, like, you're going to sign the contract. You're going to hate it, but you're going to be our squire. We make them do useless stuff. They have pots and pans.
How much?
All that.
How much?
We want to pay them like $500 a day, but like for like
a lot of
birthday
money.
party, like a squire.
Yeah, but they have to be like
Make fun
5
of
days
them.
a
They
week?
have to be like
Is there a guaranteed salary? Is it just 500 when you need
A
them?
day. So like if you have a party, the squire's there and you're like, Squire, get me a drink. And he's like, yes, sir, coming. But
Like,
he's like,
Squire,
he's like,
Squire,
fuck you.
drink
guys.
it.
Right,
Blunt.
but
Come
by
What was
the
that,
time-
Squire?
Almost like a frat, like when you do hazing people at the
Yes,
frat, like that.
Yes, yes.
$2,500
Yeah,
a week.
it's
People
very
would do that.
similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
But like
fucking do
in
it.
crazy outfits with bells.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
fucking
You're like,
care.
fuck, wait, maybe I'll do it for 25.
I'll be a squire.
We want to do that. We want to do that to
I
someone.
like that. Like
Yeah.
a fucking
It's called squiring someone. I'm going to squire you.
and the mom's
like
like
a pledge, bro. You
the
just
mom-
want to pledge.
Pledge.
Mom's
Yeah.
like the mom's
Yes.
like, honey, no, you have to stop doing this. You're embarrassing little Jimmy at school, and it's just like,
Yeah, we need the money.
We need the fucking money.
We need a
Fuck
40-year-old
the money.
man. Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
it. That's
if you guys get a pledge
Rusty,
and come
like-
to the party, that'll be lights
Yeah,
out.
if you better show up with a Squire.
Yeah.
But we are all
Oh,
going to be
we're
squires
gonna
with the
be
mask because
squires.
it's funny. We only know it's squires. Yes,
Little Squires, yeah. Squire.
The Squire is
Maybe
good.
we just like to like be.
Will you be our Squire? Will you be our Squire? Will you guys be our Squire?
I'm not down bad yet.
No,
You're not down
Soon,
with
though.
luck.
I can't.
Soon though.
Yeah.
I might.
Yeah.
A couple more months here. I might.
few
You might.
more-
I could use
Yeah.
some help.
We'll get your card. We'll get your
You're
card.
gonna make us a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm good at. Listen. You guys can use me for a bunch of things.
Jews,
Sign the contract.
Jews don't make good squires.
Why not?
Well, because we're weak. We can't really do a lot of manual labor.
Well, what about the pyramids?
We just need pots and pans, dude.
What about the
Didn't Jews build the pyramids?
Did they?
Jew slaves.
Did they?
Or aliens?
Do you know Ari Shafir?
What?
No,
He's a dope comedian. He's like, who would pick? He has a whole special called Jew, and he talks about it.
What?
He's like, who would pick Jews as a form of manual labor? He's like, Egypt's in Africa, and you pick the Jews,
It's true though.
and it's true.
That is wild, actually.
That is wild.
I don't know.
Yeah, if they roll up with pledges to the fucking Halloween party, that'll be lights out. Honestly, you should. You
You
guys
know,
should.
like UCLA or like USC, like peasants.
Amazing.
Yeah, pledges to make them our
That'd be
squires.
sick.
Yeah,
They'd
just
probably love it too.
go on your story, bro. One
I don't
post.
think they're gonna love it.
Yeah, I
but
need
it
one
doesn't matter.
USC. I need like the top house of like USC or like UCLA, like top house, like Pike. Give me your best, like
Best
pledge.
work. Yeah, give us the
best
best
worker,
work.
like
Yeah.
the most efficient.
Yeah.
So like,
And also somebody that could do the British accent.
Dude, just go to medieval time.
they'd probably love it too. They'd be like,
Like,
"Oh, I'm in
let's-
college and I'm at this crazy party."
Yeah.
but
They
need to be
also have
efficient.
to learn a British accent, huh? Apparently.
They also need to be like at a distance that if you call them, you're like, Squire, come at once. They're just like, I'm coming. And they're like,
yeah,
they're
exactly.
prancing
They're
around,
living
like,
with you?
They have little fucking bells on their
They
head. and
live
shit.
with you, or they're like an Ubers? They're an app for a Squire. Like,
Well,
send
yeah,
me a
they're like
Squire.
pledges. They could drive us around.
You should start a Squire app so we could all have
They have
access
to like
to
roll.
Squires.
They have to roll the red carpet out whenever we get out of the car. That's like kind of one of the things. Like whenever we walk, and even while we're still standing on the red carpet, they have to rotate the carpet around us so that we can continue walking on the carpet.
You see,
that's
but-
how it works.
That's dope.
We're passionate.
So basically, you guys want a
gonna need a
intern
billionaire.
pledge and
Pledge,
let's be
yeah,
British.
intern.
That's it.
That's old. That's down on his luck. Needs to have a respectful, maybe
One
like
would
governor at one
imagine
point.
they
That's
are
like
down on their luck.
they need to like in their community. Everyone's embarrassed. Like
And
they're
short.
embarrassed.
Can't be
They have
tall.
to-
Can't be tall.
Yes, yes. They need to
So
be like
more
fuck,
dwarfy.
no one sees me being
Dwarfy?
Squire. I'm like a
5'4".
5'3" as a man. 5'2". Like kind of like fuck, dude. Like that sucks. But you're not like a little person.
Yeah.
You are just a
little
5'2",
man.
like just
You're a little man.
little man. Yeah. Hey,
Not
little
a
man.
person.
Give him
Yeah.
a noogie.
What's up, little
Like,
man?
yeah, little man.
That's
Yeah.
that's rock bottom.
2 more months, I'll hit you guys up.
I love it. All right, so can you just clap us out?
Oh yeah,
and we're done.
Got you.
Kyle, there's good.
Into this camera, yeah.
No,
Just
no,
clap it
no.
one more time.
No, no,
You
no.
got to- we'll do it together.
The other side, the other side.
Together.
Yes,
Fuck
sir.
you.
What about
But make sure it's visible on this
Yeah,
in the
it's-
middle.
it's- yeah, that one's good.
That's
Visible?
good.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Boys, that was amazing.
That was sick.
Nice.